Our next guest is a good friend of mine. He just appeared on Country Kitchen with me in Nashville. He's not only one of the most popular voices in country music, but he is also a Broadway star featured in the international hit Les Miserables. But his roots are country, and that's what he's up to today. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Gary Morris.
Love wounds and mars any heart not tough, nor strong enough to take a lot of pain, take a lot of pain. Love is like a cloud, holds a lot of rain. Love hurts, love hurts. I'm young, I know, but even so, I know a thing or two, and I've learned from you. I've really learned a lot, really a lot. Love is like a stove, burns you when it's hot. Love hurts, love hurts. Some fools blissfulness, togetherness. Some fools fool themselves, I guess, but they're not fooling me. I know it isn't true. Yes, I know it isn't true. Love is just a lie made to make you blue. Love hurts, love hurts, love hurts.
Oh, sensational. Gary Morris. What an entertainer. If you saw him in Les Miserables, you know what kind of a voice he has, and if you didn't, you've just found out. He is something special. I'm Bob Goen, and I'm going to be with you for the next few minutes, sharing with you some of the names of the folks who have given us a call here to UCP this weekend, made their pledges, and made an impact in somebody's life. And you can be one of those special people, too, if you just call the number that's on your screen and make a difference for somebody right now, okay? Give us a call, won't you? Sylvia Aronson of Chicago, Illinois, did just that, a $15 pledge. Thanks, Sylvia. Susan Holbrook of Medfield, Massachusetts, $25. Another $25 from Milton Kamenitis. Thanks, Milton. Weymouth, Massachusetts. Nice man. Dr. and Mrs. William R. Roberson, also with a $25 pledge there in Little Rock, Arkansas, home of Bill Clinton. Thank you, Dr. and Mrs. Roberson. And Lourdes A. Batad, B-A-T-T-A-D. Thanks, Lourdes, from Roselle, Illinois, with a $15 pledge. Every pledge making a difference here this weekend. Richard Bates Jr. from Aurora, Illinois, with a $25 pledge. And $20 comes from Mimi Bass in Deerfield, Illinois. Everybody calling in is really having an impact on somebody. You can do that, too, so why don't you give us a call? Edith Riddle of Milan, Missouri. She showed us $25. Thanks, Edith. Adele Angarola of Chicago, Illinois, with a $20 pledge. Uh-oh, somebody put this one in upside down. I'll have to ad lib. Stone and Ward from Little Rock, Arkansas, $250. There's a pledge worth turning upside down over, isn't it? Great, $250 from Stone and Ward. Thank you very much. I'm assuming that that's a company, And if that's the case, if you have a company and you're sitting around this Sunday morning and, business a little bit slow maybe, why don't you go ahead and take a collection up around the employees, or take a collection if you're not so slow this morning. Have the people who are coming in to buy some of your stuff, have them kick in $1 or $2, and then give us a call to UCP. George Andre from Naperville, Illinois, $25 pledge. Mr. and Mrs. Leo Montanaro of Wappinger Falls, New York, $50.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back. I'm Cherokee Ballard.
I'm Jerry Parr. No, I'm Vince Orza, and you're...
I'm old.
We don't need to confuse people. Welcome, and we're glad to have you here on this Sunday afternoon on our United Cerebral Palsy Telethon. The numbers that you see across the bottom of your screen, the most important numbers that you'll find in a long, long time. Those are the numbers for you to call and make a pledge to United Cerebral Palsy. 460-4017 or toll-free 1-800-759-4142. The money that you pledge, most of it, 90% of it, stays here in Oklahoma, and will benefit United Cerebral Palsy here in the state of Oklahoma.
We sure can use your help today, folks.
And one of our team, the old man himself, Bill Mitchell, is out at Quail Springs Mall, and he's out there dancing or something.
You got something for old here. Good.
All of us with gray hair.
Oh, yeah.
$1,000 winner is... We're out here. I'm with Wayman Slayton. Wayman, we've got a great lineup of guests who are coming out to have a good time, like these square dancers.
You betcha. We have a guest all afternoon, talent all afternoon. We want to invite you to come out and help fill up the fishbowl. But just to tell you about some of the talent, who's performing right now is the Central Oklahoma Square Dance Federation. Their president is Bob and Ruby Gunnell, and their caller is Jim Woolsey. From 1 to 2 is Karen's Kids and Voices Plus, and they're fantastic. Then from 2 to 3, Arch Revealing the Sun. They do fantastic mission work through ballet. It's unbelievable. And then we have Maria Kirkin's favorite group, the Oklahoma Traditional Country Dance Association.
Yep, she and her husband, Mike Flanagan, are going to be here, and I've just talked to some other friends of mine in the group, and they're going to have a great time.
They are. Then later this afternoon, the Scottish Club of Central Oklahoma Dancers, Black Sleep. And then we'll have the traditional dancers again, and then Stage Struck will be here. They have unbelievable performers. So all afternoon till 6 o'clock.
We've got plenty for folks to do if they want to come out here and meet the square dancers, find out about that. Talk to the Just Say Ho clowns. They're out here. I saw them, a few of them, our friends with them just a few minutes ago.
Right.
They're out entertaining the young and the young at heart, and there are plenty of young at heart out here, believe me. We say come on out and enjoy it. Enjoy the entertainment. Get out of the house. It's a gorgeous day, and you can help at the same time. Absolutely gorgeous.
Also, we had a chili cook-off. The Vince Orzer's chili cook-off was here yesterday, and I helped judge that. And Samantha's going to be here to help us all afternoon with the sound and everything. And she has the
last of the red hot chili peppers.
Yes, and this is for you, Bill, because I'm just now able to lock my knees after judging that. It was a heck of a fun day, though, I'll guarantee you that. Also, the Junior League ladies are here to man the fishbowl. And
Junior Hospitality.
Yes,
yep,
I'm sorry, yes.
Just a few moments ago. They're wonderful people.
They sure are.
Well, I appreciate it, and after Vince Orza picked on me, somebody tell Vince Orza that when we're not on TV, we'll be down his restaurant running up a bill on him. Tell him thanks very much, Vince.
A big house account at Garfield's from Bill Mitchell. Wayman had 30 different kinds of chili. Let me tell you, this is a test of one's stamina. Let me read something to you. Using efficiency of operation as the sole criterion, that is, percentage of income spent on programs, Money Magazine ranked United Cerebral Palsy Association's #1 in the health category in the magazine's 4th annual ranking of the 100 largest national charities. We spend money that you donate to United Cerebral Palsy better than any other organization out there. And that's because there's so many people that need that help. It's important that we get as much mileage out of that money as we can. And there's an awful lot of people around the state that help. It's always the civic clubs, the sororities, the fraternities that come through. And with me right now is somebody you all know. He's a very famous name from radio and from the legal profession, Marty Postic. How are you?
Very good. Glad to be here with you.
My pleasure. Came out to the Rotary Club a couple of months back, and you guys passed the hat. What happened?
Well, I've got to say it was kind of an interesting approach. I guess Vince provided us with a very interesting presentation on the Oklahoma economy, and then as he ended, put out a shoebox and passed it around and said, put as much money as you can for UCP. We collected $150 for UCP. I think I've mentioned to you before that we're kind of in between budgets, but next year we intend to include UCP in our budget for the civic organizations that we provide money to. Our club's part of Rotary International, which is an organization of over 1.2 million men and women worldwide, united under the common motto of service above self. And whether you're Rotarian or not, I think you have to agree that the work of United Cerebral Palsy definitely falls into that motto. Everyone here provides so much time, so much energy, and those people out there that are contributing money are providing so much for the common goal of United Cerebral Palsy.
Well, our thanks to all of the men and women at Southside Rotary, and we appreciate that very much, and we'll look forward to having you back next year.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Marty. I got to run over here a second and talk to the sisters, the Pythian sisters, who also are so very helpful to us time after time. And you didn't raise a little bit of money. You've been working all year, and you raised even more money than you did last year. How much have you done?
He turned in here $2,151.01.
$2,151.01. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. How long do you do this? You must work night and day collecting that kind of money.
No, not really. No.
See, you take it for granted. It's easy to do.
Last year we sold doves, peace doves.
Okay.
This year we are selling wishing wells. Would you believe we sold or helped sell somewhere around 13,000?
In wishing wells?
In peace doves.
In peace doves? Okay.
Yes.
So wishing wells have a long way to go to beat the peace doves.
Yes, got a
And show
long
me
way.
the sweatshirts again. You always have the great sweatshirts for Pythian sisters.
Yeah.
And how many Pythian sisters are there in Oklahoma?
Oh, in Oklahoma, around 500.
That's terrific.
Yeah.
Well, 500 women working for United Cerebral Palsy, and there isn't much we can't do.
We have to tell now that we are a Pythian family. We started out in 1988, the Pythian sisters, just by themselves. In 1992, we finally got the other three orders. That is all Knights of Pythias, Nomads of Avardaka, which is the women, and Knights of Karasan, Dramatic Order Knights of Karasan, DOKK, you've heard of that.
Right.
And so they come in 1992, so that made us a Pythian family. So we got help.
Well, we appreciate it. Frankie and Virginia, you're always there when we need you, and we want you to know how much we appreciate all of the Pythian sisters, so please give them our thanks.
Thank you. We enjoy it.
Thank you. And let me throw over to Jerry Park, who's got some money, I believe.
We'd like to thank the Pythian sisters, over $2,000. And I have to do it this way because I can't clap with a microphone in my hand. Thank you very much. We appreciate it and love you, and thanks for your help. Okay, we have some more pledges to read from the great team of Gloria and Cliff Scott here. Cliff's making the telephone calls, and Gloria's filling out the pledges. Go ahead, Gloria.
David Page from Shawnee, $25. Terry Young from Oklahoma City, $25. Bill Creech from Oklahoma City, $10. Danny Colvin from Edmond, Oklahoma, $10. Gene Wade from Cattleman's Cafe, $200.
Great, Gene. Thank you very, very much.
Ruth Weatherall from Oklahoma City, $25. Cindy Reynolds from Guthrie, $10. Marty Grubb from Oklahoma City, $10. Jack Graham from Oklahoma City, $25. Linda Wheeler from Oklahoma City, $25. Charles Grubb from Tecumseh, Oklahoma, $25.
We appreciate the pledges, and we appreciate the Scotts. We appreciate Carolyn Hooley, and you have a list of pledges here. You've been working hard.
No, I'm helping my boss. He's making the calls, and Gloria and I are filling them out. But I have a very special pledge from Clifton H. Scott for $50. Denny Stevens from Oologah, $50. Jeff McMahon from Tecumseh, $25. Lucretia DeVore from Edmond, $25. Jim Spencer from Shawnee, $25. Jerry and Susan Putman from Jones, $25. Tom Jordy from Edmond, $20. Mike Hagan, $25. He's from Oklahoma City. Ron Badley's from Ralston, and he's donated $25. And John Gwynn from Oklahoma City, $10.
Carolyn, thank you very much. Give Carolyn a call at 641-6516. And as you can see, the calls are coming in not just from Oklahoma City or Oklahoma County. They're coming in from all over the metropolitan area, all over the state of Oklahoma. Beverly, go ahead.
I have a pledge for $50 from the Morgan Wealth Servicing Company of Chickasha and Prague, Oklahoma. I have $25 from Wanda Llewellyn in Oklahoma City. I have $50 from Mike Moran, CPA in Oklahoma City. I have a $10 donation from Tricia and Jimmy Crawford of Guthrie. I have $10 from Jim and Mary Sowers of Cashion. $25 from Helen and Kenny Higdon from Yukon. $10 from Jim and Donna Finley of Oklahoma City. $10 from Terry and David Arms of Edmond. $10 from
What's your address, Charlie?
Charlie Morgan of Chandler, $50 from Data Information Center in Oklahoma City, $25 from SHL Management Incorporated from Oklahoma City, $10 from Harold and Vicki Shear of Oklahoma City, $20 from Cimarron Designs of Cashion, and $25 from Northwest Tag Agency on 63rd Street. And we would like all the other tag agencies to help us with this worthy cause. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Beverly Triplett of the Northwest Tag Agency, and thank you very much for your time and your donation. How about you, Dennis?
We just got one here from Teresa and William Thompson, and make sure that Liz Green know they called in for $25. We appreciate that call and challenge everybody else to give us a call. Thank you.
We certainly do. Thank you, Dennis, and thanks to our panel on this side. Cherokee, we have another Vince.
Okay, Jerry, thank you very much. I want to show you something. All around the state, Jerry's talked about people calling from all around the state. Well, out in Hinton, Bill Sparks, Sparky, they have what they call the big one out there, and every year they send us the check, and I'm not sure if Sparky's going to be here, but it's a big check. It's $500, so our thanks to all of the people out in Hinton. Likewise, Lucy Ward, Oklahoma State PTA Associations, we passed the hat there at a speech, $351.52. Why do we need so much money? Well, let me show you. This is a wheelchair. It's an XL Tracer wheelchair. This wheelchair right here cost $1,675. United Cerebral Palsy of Oklahoma makes them available to cerebral palsy families for free. All we ask is, by the way, when your kids grow out of it, give it back to us so we can rotate it back through the system to some other family. This is where your money goes, so we need to hear from you. 460-4017. Cherokee.
Thank you, Vince. And we've got Brenda's on the phone here, so let's talk to Philip real quick. You have some pledges.
Mm-hmm.
You just took a big gulp of Coke, didn't you?
Mhm.
Okay. Tom Bowles of Edmond. Bowles of Edmond, okay. $100.
He's my second cousin on my dad's side.
Second cousin on his dad's side. That is wonderful. Thank you, Tom.
Guthrie is the assistant manager at the store.
Okay.
That supports UCP.
Terrific.
$25.
All right. A couple more.
Jim Black.
Okay.
$20.
$20. Thank you.
Take you this morning. I went in to get gas at the Texaco at 39th and Penn.
I've been
and
there
I've asked them for a donation, and they gave me $20 cash.
That is proof right there. It never hurts to ask, right? All right, Philip, that is terrific. Let me get some more down here. Phyllis Taylor, you've got some?
Okay, I have Martha Lewis, and she's the cousin of Brenna, our little poster girl, for $20. Pat Jones for $20. Bob and Jean White for $10. Kenneth Cole for $25.
All right.
Susie Catlett from Abel Mercer Slotsky and Associates, and that she's challenging the other members of the firm for $10. Cody Strunk for $15, and he's challenging Todd Brawley for $15.
I believe I went to school with him. I know that name.
Oh.
All right. Okay, thank you, Phyllis. And Marty, do you have some pledges you'd like to read?
Sure.
Okay.
David and Leslie Huderberg gave $50. Tom and Janann Trammell gave $10. Cheryl Chakui called in and gave $20. Thank you, Cheryl. Ed and Sherry Duvall called in and gave $10. Thank you, Ed and Sherry. And Ken Timpson of Norman called in and gave a $20 pledge.
Terrific. Keep up the good work. Our volunteers and these VIPs do such great work. And speaking of wonderful VIPs, Suzanne Brown, you're here. You've got quite a few to read, huh?
Yeah, Barbara and Lewis Miller for $15. Denny and Kayla Harden for $20. David Creel for $20. Andrew Huser for $25. Rick and Jerry Mullendorf for $25. And I have challenged to any physical therapist and occupational therapist to call in and share with our children of UCP and our UCP activities. Please help us.
All right. Thank you. You've got a call, and I believe we're going to pitch back to Vince here in just 1 second. He's got some special guests over there who maybe have a special presentation.
Hello.
Vince?
All right, thank you very much, Cherokee. With me right now, we talked about civic clubs. Well, there aren't very many clubs that can ever do as much as the Ambucks do all across the state of Oklahoma and all across the United States. The American businessmen and women go out and raise money for a variety of organizations. And once again, I was in there speaking to them about the state's economy, and Randy Rogers is here today to make a presentation. We passed the hat. You guys came up with about $57. Small club, too, only 25 to 30 guys at lunch, so that means everybody threw some loose change in. And over the course of the year, how much money do you guys raise for other organizations?
We spend about $50,000 in local charities throughout the year. We have a charity ball in the fall each year and raise money to generate for the local charities.
So, and when I go in, it's not that they're not generous already, it's that I go in and squeeze them one more time and ask for $1 here, $2 there, and they always come across. How about a pitch? What do you want to talk to, Randy?
Well, I'd like to see the rest of the Ambucks in the state of Oklahoma come through today on this CP challenge. We've got about 700 Ambucks in Enid alone. I think we really need to be hearing from them. I think Ambucks can help this cause tremendously today if they'll just break loose of that checkbook today.
Well, we appreciate it very much. Our thanks to all the men and women of the Ambucks. They are always very generous, and they always have money for organizations like United Cerebral Palsy that need a little help. Thanks for being with us. Now I got to go talk to the PTA. Lucy, you were here.
Yes, I am here.
Well, it is my pleasure to have you. This is Lucy Ward with the Association of PTAs. Do I have that right?
That's right.
Okay.
PTA.
What are you going to tell me?
I wanted to let people know how caring Oklahoma members are, PTA members. As you know, you were our guest at a banquet. These members were not prepared. They did not know ahead of time. But Vince never misses a chance to speak up for their organization. So he passes the hat. And they contributed over $350. They're very caring people, and they care for all children.
They were very generous. These are moms and dads of kids that go to school and teachers that are involved, and it makes such a big difference when the Ambucks come across and the PTA comes across and the Rotary comes across, and it's amazing how much money we can raise just from the generosity of people.
That's right.
And it doesn't take a lot of money. If you weren't at the Ambucks meeting or you didn't make the PTA meeting, you can call us and you can pledge $1 or $5 or $25. Call us at 460-4017 or 1-800-759-4142. Back to Jerry and Cherokee.
Thank you, Vince. And if you don't want to call those numbers, we've got a deal for you. Just passed along to me. If you live in some of the outlying areas and don't want to call the 1-800 or the long-distance call, you can call your county treasurer's office. They're answering phones there from now until 7 o'clock tonight. I think that's a great deal.
And I'd like to say something about the Ambucks. You're talking about the charity ball. Just give me a raise about $50,000 a year. I've had the pleasure of hosting the charity ball with the Ambucks in Edmond for about the last 10 years. A great group of people. $50,000 raised by about 35 or 40 people.
And that really makes a difference. It looks like
Ambucks.
you've got something here you
Real
want to
quick
get.
one.
Yeah, Gary Good of Gary Good Entertainment and Speakers Bureau just pledged $100. Appreciate that, Gary. And it's going for a
Thank
good
you
cause.
so much, Gary. We do appreciate that.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot,
And
Dennis.
we'd like to say a special thank you to Kellen Correa of Edmond. She is a classmate of our theme child and poster child this year, Brenna, and she called in, Kellen called in and pledged $10.
And we understand that she and Brenna are buddies.
That's right.
All right.
Drum roll.
Let's have a drum roll.
Let's have a drum roll, and we'll check the tote board. And the tote board says $56,395.
Boy, it just keeps going up.
We're getting there.
We thank you, Oklahoma. Come on in here, Vince.
We've got a long way to go, but we are going to get there.
We certainly will.
Nice people you've been talking to, huh?
It's amazing how generous people are, and it's nothing more than asking, gee, we'd like to pass the hat for United Cerebral Palsy, will you help out? And the hat always comes back with $25, $50, $100, $200 in it every single time. By the way, this will total over $6,000, almost $7,000 just from people like that.
Isn't that wonderful? Great. And that makes a big difference for a lot of people who are living every day with cerebral palsy, and you're making it easier.
We'd like to thank Cellular One. They have provided the telephones here. We can't say enough about the wonderful people at Cellular One and all the neat things that they've done here by providing these telephones. That saved United Cerebral Palsy a bunch of money, and that money can be used someplace else.
I also want to say thank you again to all of those radio stations in Oklahoma City that help us promote the telethon. Our thanks to them, and I'll name them later on, but you guys know how much we appreciate that help.
Okay, thank you, Vince, and we'll see you back in a little while.
Call us Downtown Hollywood.
All right. Sounds pretty good. I might take you up on that. But for now, can you show me maybe a little something so that I can prove to my friends that I'm good at everything? Oh, sure. Why don't we spin the ball on her finger? I think you can do something. Spin the ball on my finger?
Anything like that.
I won't break a nail?
You won't break a nail. You won't break a nail.
Telethon will be over if I break a nail.
There you go.
We're using a pen to save my press-on nail.
All right. Yeah, there you go.
All right, go ahead, Julie.
You're like a real pro. Oh, sorry, Sherman. I got something you can do.
Okay.
I don't want to leave you out. Let me see that thing. There you go. Just go like this.
Your
You ready?
turn.
Okay. All right, we're going. 1, 2.
We stand here?
Yeah, we fake the kick and off the head. All right. Let me see.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Round it back twice.
Okay.
1.
Whoops.
Uh-oh. 2. Fake the kick. Yeah, there you go. All right, yeah. There you go, Sherman. You can be a globetrotter. All right. Thank you. Hey, and that's right. And people with cerebral palsy are capable of performing all sorts of incredible tasks that everyone can do. All they need is a little help. And we can all help with the phone call and the pledge to UCP. So do it today.
That's right. Thank you again, Harlem Globetrotters. All right. Hey, Dennis James is in New York, was a very important friend of Starthon 93. Dennis.
You know, next week is Super Bowl Sunday. We'll be playing at the Warner Lambert Classic in Scottsdale, Arizona. And this gentleman standing right now next to me is very important to us indeed. I want you to welcome the Vice President of Corporate Relations and Business Development from Warner Lambert, Ron Demsack. Ron, welcome aboard.
Thank you, Dennis. On behalf of the company and all my Warner Lambert colleagues around the world, let me say that we are pleased to be part of this wonderful event with our good friend Dennis James. As you know, Dennis, Warner Lambert is a health care and consumer products company whose people are committed to improving the health and well-being of society. In the case of cerebral palsy, that translates into providing support to people who are affected by this condition. And this is simply not the case of a company making a donation. It's the act of people helping people. Warner Lambert and all the people that are part of the Warner Lambert family are proud to be part of what you're doing here today. Good luck in raising the donations to beat cerebral palsy. No one better than us knows how dedicated you are to achieving that goal. And see you next week in Scottsdale, Arizona.
Thank you, Ron, and thank you, everybody. Thank you, Mel, and of course, Joe Georgia, thank you all. But thank you for another $50,000 from Warner Lambert. I say that's great news. What do you say out there?
We say it's great news, too. Thank you, Dennis. Let's post it on our corporate tote board, shall we?
All right.
Well, okay. Thank you, Warner Lambert, for your beautiful gift of $50,000. We couldn't do without your continued support. You guys are beautiful. Thank you. Now, back in Hollywood, a very good friend of ours has joined us. Please welcome the chairman of the board, president, chief executive officer of Health South Rehabilitation Corporation, Richard Scrushy.
Okay, welcome to Starthon. Mr. Scrushy, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Take it away.
Health South is extremely proud to be a national sponsor of United Cerebral Palsy and part of this year's Starathon. UCP means a great deal to the 7,000 Health South employees at our rehabilitation centers and hospitals in 27 states. Many of them have been touched by cerebral palsy in very special ways. Working with individuals who have CP, learn firsthand about the daily challenges. They share the good times and the bad. And they are continually inspired by the courage, sensitivity, and unflagging determination displayed by their patients and friends with cerebral palsy. That's why the employees at our 145 locations are deeply committed to helping people with CP realize their dreams, and why, for yet another year, the Health South family has mounted a major fundraising drive for UCP. I can't begin to tell you how proud I am of the energy, enthusiasm, and dedication our people have brought to this very important cause. They've asked me to let everyone know that Health South believes in the mission of United Cerebral Palsy and shares its goals. And we want individuals with cerebral palsy to be recognized for their abilities, not their disabilities. And as professionals in the field of rehabilitation medicine, we pledge our skills to the attainment of independence and self-sufficiency for people with CP. Health South wants to play a continuing part in improving the quality of life for those with cerebral palsy. We hope this gift of $100,000 will make a real positive difference. And we know that through the good works of UCP, the future will be bright. Here we go, Julie.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Scrushy. You and Health South have become a very important part of our show, and I know we'll be seeing more of you a little later on in the show, right?
Right,
So here we go, another $100,000. Dennis, back to you.
from our good friends at Health South, a heartfelt gift of $100,000. Thank you, Health South, another generous member of our UCP corporate family. Your support helps build residential facilities nationwide. Adults with CP can look forward to the benefits of independent living thanks to you.
As a makeup artist, it's my job to help people look and feel their best. You too can help people feel better by calling UCP and making a pledge now.
Sending flowers is one way to show that you care, but the best way is from the heart. Please send your pledge today.
All right, I'm standing here with a couple of gentlemen. First of all, on my left is a good friend, Dick Moore from the New York State Elks. Dick?
Hello again, Dennis. And you can see the Blue Jackets are back again. And the check we're going to show you represents the monies we've contributed to UCP so their home service program covering all 60 counties of New York State will continue to serve the needs of the New York State citizens with disabilities. This money covers the cost of maintaining and replacing when needed a fleet of 28 station wagons and the salaries of the home service directors who use them on their rounds. This is our 26th year in partnership with UCP, the 125th anniversary of the founding of the BPOE, and incidentally, my 30 years in the order. And here's our treasurer, Dick Hallavy, who has the good news.
Dennis, at our convention in May, the Elks of New York State raised the funds needed for our continued support of UCP. This year, it gives me a great deal of pleasure to once again represent those Elks across the state of New York with their contribution in the amount of $532,000. Dennis, thank you.
Thank you very much. How do you like those apples? Thank you. Thank you.
Those apples are fine.
Julie, we're going to be leaving soon. Our new co-hosts have arrived. Don't forget anything.
Oh, Sherman, I wouldn't forget anything. This has been such a memorable experience from the first tote to the last. It's been really heartening to see many entertainers, top entertainers, contributing their talent to help people with cerebral palsy and all the other things that have been going on.
I know you hate to leave. I know you hate to leave, but we have to introduce our new co-hosts.
Oh, they're back?
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back John Ritter, Nancy Dussault,
Henry Winkler.
and Henry Winkler.
What a great job. What a great job.
Julie? Thank you very much. Did you get some sleep?
Can I ask a question? Julie, was this your first time?
This was my first time.
You were born to do this. Was Julie out there all across the country? Clap in your home. Downtown.
Thank you.
Unbelievable.
You guys made a major contribution. We're so proud to have you with us.
I saw you singing and dancing. Unbelievable. I am proud that you were here.
You know, the numbers have on that board have changed since we were here yesterday.
That's right.
They're not enough.
But not enough.
They're
They
coming
haven't
up.
gone up enough.
They're
Thank
coming
you.
up.
But everyone's been doing such a great job out there. I mean, they were up more than last night, that's for sure.
That's for sure. Let me make this one last introduction. Like just a few minutes ago, Mr. Richard Scrushy, a journalist businessman from the Health South Corporation, presented us with a check for $100,000.
Unbelievable.
Well, just to show what effect Starthon in Hollywood has even on a respected businessman, he's back with us again, and he's brought with him, are you ready for this? His rock group. Please welcome Proxy!
Work all night, sleep
welcome back to the 31st Annual United Cerebral Palsy Telethon of Oklahoma. I'm Vince Orza.
Hi, and I'm Cherokee Ballard, and next to me is a beautiful lady and a familiar face to many. Hi, Carrie Robertson. How are you?
Hi, Cherokee. Boy, you all clean up good. You look so
Hey,
nice.
bless your heart. Thank you.
I wanted to drop by. Vince invited me, and I was at church today, and I heard something very inspirational that I also thought was very appropriate for today. The phrase was, "We are channels of love to those around us." That's a good thought for every day of our life, but especially when there's a united effort like the Cerebral Palsy Telethon. So this is your opportunity to be a channel of love to people who need you. And I would like to invite all of my friends at Church of the Servant here in Oklahoma City to be a channel and to help people. And that dollar, that $20, whatever amount, when you get a bunch of people together like this, your small donation can make a big difference. So come on, Church of the Servant, help us out.
That church, by the way, is the home of our friend and good buddy for a long time, Jane Giroux.
Jane Giroux.
Yes.
Exactly.
Jane and I have been going to church there for quite a few years.
We also have to tell the folks out there, if you want to see Carrie's beautiful face, you can watch Discover Oklahoma. Tell us a little bit about that.
All right, on Saturday mornings at 9:30, it's sponsored by the Department of Tourism and Recreation. Great show, you know, see Oklahoma first. Right? You love to travel. There are a lot of wonderful things to do, and it's sponsored by the Department of Tourism and Recreation. We tell you places to go, things to do, in our great state of Oklahoma.
Wonderful.
Thanks for having me here.
Hey, thank you for being here.
Good luck.
I think that if everybody who's been a Carrie Robertson fan for the years that you've been on television here would just call in and make a pledge, we'll be well over the top
All right.
very easily. Thank you. No. Hundreds and hundreds of thousands.
Thank you, Carrie.
Thank you, Carrie, for being with us. And stay with us if you can for a while. We'd love to have you. Great.
All right.
Vince?
Let's go out to Quail Springs Mall. Bill Mitchell's out there dancing with Wayman and everybody and raising some money for cerebral palsy.
You betcha. And Carrie, I'm a fan. Believe me, there are two fans out here, buddy. I got to tell you, these square dancers over here that are on the other side of the camera right now are a great group.
They sure are. The Central District Square Dance Association. But guess who's on stage with us now?
I want to say something about those nice folks. They also have wheelchair dancers. Great, wonderful people. I can't say enough about the great work they are doing to help us at UCP. Just super fans.
The nice part, too, is that as the CP kids and adults came in, all these dancers knew them by first name. And they're really associated together. They really love one another, and they do a super job. But on stage with us right now is the Oklahoma Traditional Country Dance Association.
Yeah, let's get out of the way because I'll tell you what, these folks do great work. And this nice lady right here in the front, she's right in the center of the camera, she is teaching me a two-step.
Is she really?
Yeah, and I was out the other night, and she said, "Now, Bill, if you learn to dance, the women will come up and ask you to dance." And I'll be darned if she wasn't right. You know,
Really?
wonderful.
I may go with you next time.
If you want to come out, you want to meet these dancers, you want to talk to them, they're all out here. They're wonderful folks. We've got great entertainment for everybody all afternoon. You see the Dillard sign on the background. We're in their courtyard, so we're easy to find.
Well, absolutely, but we want you to bring your money with you. We have a huge fishbowl out here, and we want you to help us fill it up because it all goes to UCP. And that's the whole point of all this entertainment and all this fun. The Just Say Ho clowns, the ladies that are going to be managing.
Junior hospitality, those wonderful folks, they're taking care of the fish bowls for us. And I can't tell you how wonderful all these square dancers are to come out on a Sunday afternoon, you know, to help UCP.
And up next will be Karen's Kids, produced by Karen Clark. And I just want to say hi to Carrie one more time. Somebody needs to hire this woman and put her back on television. I miss her.
All right, she can come out here and I'll talk to her all afternoon.
You can dance with her, too.
You're darn right I would. Now back to you in the studio, Jerry.
Thank you very much. I'll tell you what, you are just two of the many hundreds of thousands of fans that Carrie Robertson has, and I think it's neat. We have our own Starathon 93 here with our children, with our very special friends, and with people like Carrie Robertson, and our thanks to Carrie for coming out. We'd also like to thank a group of people who are on the telephone block, back up on the back row. These are the people from the Health South Rehabilitation Hospital. They're answering our phones here at 460-4017, and Health South, of course, is a big corporate sponsor of United Cerebral Palsy. Okay, let's introduce quickly the VIP panel. It's very interested persons who have been working for days and months and hours and years and all that sort of stuff on the telephone and getting pledges. First of all, Daigle Auctioneers, Louis Daigle. And the good thing about having an auctioneer on, Louis, is you get to read pledges real quick, right?
You bet. Well,
we're going to get back to the pledges first, but give me a pitch.
Hey, man, 2.5 of them on 5, 7.5 of them on 10 because we need some money here and raising it. And we've got $50 here from Dwayne Hanshew, CDS. He's pledging every mailing service in the state. We've got 200 from Pastor Greg Whitlow, my pastor, Lakeside Assembly of God, challenging every church in the state for 200. I'm challenging every auctioneer, auction house in the state to pledge what you can. I've got Ron Shirley, a Copy Fast Printing, that's challenging every printer and every printing people in the state. So we need your business people and people. Let's get it going, okay?
All right, and give you don't have to talk as fast as Lewis, but give him a call at 641-2428. Tom McGraw, all-screen printing. Can you top Lewis? No, we're going to get to your pledges in just a couple of minutes, but can you talk as fast as he does?
No way.
I don't think anybody can. Give Tom McGraw a call at 641-6514. Paul Goddard, UCP board member, and you talk that line?
Yes, I work at the Oklahoma Department of Transportation, and I want to challenge all Department of Transportation employees to call me and give me a pledge, and also all transportation engineers.
641-6516. Bill Blahoviak, well, you've been here time after time after time. You're always here, and we appreciate you, and we love you.
Thank you. I want everybody to call 641-6518, and we'll get you on the air.
That's a deal. And finally, Jack Smith, Tinker Air Force Base and the UCP board member. Jack, it's nice to have you back again.
Thank you very much, Jerry. I'd like to challenge all of the people in my division at Tinker Air Force Base and all of my friends in Norman, Oklahoma to give me a call this morning right here at 641-0265 and pledge as much as you can to help our worthy cause here.
And that's a bunch of people in Norman and Tinker. Jack, thank you very much. Cherokee?
So I just saw my most favorite VIP was the pot-bellied pig over there. I'll have to go pet that thing in just a second. We've got some very special people here with us today. Faye and Wayne Webb, VFW Post 1335. You're also UCP board members, and we do appreciate you coming out today.
Thank you, Cherokee. We enjoy being here.
And you're here every year, aren't you, Wayne?
Yeah, thank you. About 15 years, 17 for us.
Well, we do appreciate it.
We want to thank the people of Woodward who have given, and we hope some more will come and this afternoon call.
And the way you can do that is dial the Webbs here at 641-7035. Al Lindley is, somebody's getting a call, sounds like. How are you doing today, Al?
Just fine.
With the Oklahoma Tax Commission. Tell everybody your phone number. Have them give me a call.
My phone number is 641-7895.
And is that your phone ringing right now?
I think it is.
All right. Well, it kind of stopped there for a minute, but maybe they're still on there. And the next VIP here is Ed McConnell, J&J Investments. How are you doing?
Fine, Cherokee. Thanks. How are you today?
Just great. So what do you have to tell everybody out there and watching today?
Well, I'd like to challenge all my friends up there in my home area of Crescent, Oklahoma, to get on the phone and send money in.
That's a dandy idea, folks. If you're listening, call 641-7036. Call Ed McConnell. He's certainly waiting to hear from you. Scoot over here. Philip, you've been busy. His number is 641-7045, but you told me just a minute ago your phone wasn't ringing.
Not that much.
Not that much.
We still need to hear from people from Hobby Lobby.
Hobby Lobby, that is one of my favorite stores in the world. We need to hear from all of those folks, don't we? There it's ringing, doing something. Brenda, how are you doing?
Great, just great.
You got a couple of pledges. Tack room?
Yes, the tack room has pledged $100. Samuel DeLuca has pledged $20.
Oh, super. Well, you've got a whole notepad full, don't you? And there's your phone. You probably need to get that one, don't you? Give Brenda a call, 641-7916, and I believe we need to see what Vince is up to. Vince?
Thank you, Turkey. You know, I get the best job of the telethon. I get a chance to be around the kids. And before we do anything, I want to introduce you, by way of videotape, to this year's theme child. She's a doll. Her name is Brenda Lewis.
In her face, you see wonder, mischief, joy, but rarely failure, even when someone else would feel it. Walking is new for Brenna, each fledgling step a victory. They only dreamed she would walk. Brenna is an identical twin. She and Caitlin were born 3 months prematurely. There was bleeding in the brain and brain damage. Then Caitlin went through 2 terrible bouts of meningitis.
Caitlin doesn't feed herself. Caitlin doesn't eat. Caitlin's fed through a gastrostomy, and she has chronic lung problems, and she doesn't walk. She doesn't communicate, except for when she's very upset.
One reason Brenna wants to walk so badly is to push Caitlin's wheelchair.
She's my best sister.
This is a full family. There is Emily, nearly 2, bouncing through each day. There's Jason, the protective older brother to all, sometimes frustrated, sometimes feeling too much responsibility, but always helping.
My children have definitely learned patience. They know what it means when I say, just a minute, I'm feeding Caitlin, or just a minute, let me do this for Brenna. They know that, you know, some things have just got to be done.
There are moments, long moments, when the baby is crying. Brenna needs help. Caitlin needs to be included. Raising 4 children, 1 in the terrible 2s, 2 with disability, needing full-time care. You wonder how she does it. But Dana figures laughter is the best way out of those maddening moments. And Brenna is a reminder that things are never hopeless.
Well, that was Jane Braden, and this is Brenna Lewis and Mom Dana. Hi, Guy. How you doing, kid?
Fine.
You look terrific.
Thanks.
You got the neatest polka dot dress. You got this polka dot ribbon in your hair. How old are you?
6.
No, really. Come on, tell me the truth. You're 23, right?
9.
9? 24. Oh, come on. You're not 6 years old.
Yes, I am.
No, you're just kidding me. You look pretty spectacular. The other day you had on you, when we did the poster, you had on your really pretty flower dress, and now you got polka dots. Well, this is a pretty special day for you. This is your day. The telethon is for you. Want to say hi to everybody?
Hi.
Hi. Let's take a second and talk to Mommy. Dana, tell us about what life is like for you. Jane gave us a quick overview, but your days really are different than everybody else's.
My days are pretty full. I get Brenna and Caitlin dressed. I have to do all of that for them, and then I get Emily dressed to make sure Jason's got his hair combed, and we load them all up and go to school, and when school's over, we unload them all up. It's pretty full. We have therapy and physical therapy and occupational therapy we go to, and we're kept busy.
And Jason really is a good kid, isn't he?
Jason's wonderful.
Takes care of the girls.
Yes, he's a good kid.
You
I
like
would
your
be
brother?
lost without him.
Is your brother a good guy?
Yes.
Yes, he is. It's funny because the moment we put Brenna on the air, the phones ring. This phone call came in. Chris Ryland from Crescent called in with a $25 pledge. It says, "Tell Brenna I love her." Well, everybody who calls says, "I love you." And if everybody called and said, "I love you," and here's $25, imagine how much money we would raise. Life pretty good for you? You like being our theme child this year? This is kind of fun. Did you see the pig over there?
Look at the
We got to bring the pig over here. We're going to show everybody. That's Esquire. He was at the chili cook-off yesterday. He's really pretty cool. We're going to bring him over here and show you everybody. So, yes, there you go. Well, give us a call at 460-4017 and talk to all the people that are helping Brenna. You can call us 1-800-759-4142. We'll see the pig in just a second. Cherokee, where are you?
Phone is not. There it is.
I'm going to go get the
Okay, thank you, Vince. We've got some, do you have any more pledges you want to read here, Lewis?
Well, I just read a bunch of them, but I need some people to call me, auctioneers, printers, everybody all over the state. It's 641-2428. We need some, we need this phone ringing.
I agree.
Get some money in here.
We'll do it. All
Okay,
right.
thank you,
Let's call
Cherokee.
him. Thank you, Lewis. How about you, Tom? You have something you'd like to read?
Sure. From Rick and Connie Jones here in Oklahoma City, $25. From Elmer Humphreys and Wanda Humphreys, $10. From Becky Humphreys, my sister-in-law,
All right.
$10. Aaron and Laura Scott, my other brother-in-law, $20.
Uh-huh.
From Dave and Martha Matkin, $10. From Elmer and Cheryl Jr., $10.
All right.
And then, of course, from my own company.
Super. We'll take it. Thank you, Tom. Give him a call, folks, 641-6514. Paul, how are you doing today? I'm going to sneak over on this side. You've got a stack there. Why don't you
Yes,
go ahead
I
and
had
start reading
I had a great response.
Wonderful.
Each one of these engineering firms called and pledged $100.
Wonderful.
Wyatt Doyle and Butler, Perez Engineering, RGDC Incorporated, Martin Engineering, Robert D. Leonard, Holloway Updike and Bellin, Hendrick and Sons, Fox and Drexler, Dudley and Associates, DeCastro and Associates, Cobb Engineering, Clowers Engineering, Brawley Engineering. A good friend of mine, David Graven, attorney at law, called me and pledged $100. ABC Engineering, $51. Wingfield Consultant, $35. Sally Yoakum from the Department of Transportation called and pledged $30. Olin and Mike Kelly from Kelly Engineering, $50.
Tahlequah. Super.
Joe and Susan Davis from Edmond pledged $35. White Engineering pledged $25. Elliott Engineering pledged $25. And I'm waiting for a call from John Williams. I've got a card filled out here for him.
John, if you're listening, 641-6516. He's waiting on your phone call. Thank you, Paul. Appreciate it. Bill Blahoviak. Good to see you again back here today.
Thank you. Thank
What
you.
got?
Last night I got so wrapped up in my favorite
And
this
your
and
favorite.
that.
Well, you go right
That
ahead
I
with
was
your
talking.
favorite.
Well, no, I'm going to cut it short, but I talked about my favorite aunt and uncle, and I forgot to tell their name.
Oh, no.
And
Well,
so
tell
it's
them.
Pete and Helen Blahoviak from Shawnee.
Super.
I just wanted to say all these people are my favorites, but I'm not going to go into details as much because I've got so many to read.
Okay.
My daughter pledged $1 and challenged all LILAC students to make a pledge, and my son, who has a CP, pledged $1. He's 6 years old and called in.
Wonderful.
Well, I'm going to have to say it. Our favorite adopted grandma and mother, extra mother, is Marge Sewell from Norman, pledged 25. Carol McDade from Developmental Gymnastics in Norman, pledged 25. My favorite sister pledged $25, Marianne Blahoviak. She's editor out at the State Historical Society. Alan Martin from Tinker pledged 25. Mo and Ed Schubel from Edmond pledged 50. Vicki Blahoviak from Shawnee pledged 25. Jim Bowles at the Edmond Dog Training School pledged 10. And then my wife and I, Brenda, are pledging 125.
Thank you so much. It's so nice to have such a big family, and they're all your favorites.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bill. We do appreciate it. Jack, how are you doing today? You've got
Doing
some
great.
to read off to us,
Yes.
don't you?
Just hung up from talking to Sylvia Danner at Equity Asset Corporation in Norman, Oklahoma. She donated $25. Mr. Gary Ritchie from Moore, and who is also with the Contractor Logistics Support Division at Tinker Air Force Base, donated $40. Donna Tinsley, Tinker Air Force Base, $10. Candy Hearn, Tinker Air Force Base, $15. Richard Baptist, just talked to him a few minutes ago with the Athletic Village, called and donated $25. Art Woodall, Norman, Oklahoma, $25. Tinker Management Association, $250. And I'd like to thank them very much. This is the third year in a row that they've supported us.
Wonderful.
David Swank at the OU Law School, $25 in Norman. Dan Rambo in Norman, $50. Robert Buddy Pendarvis in Norman, Oklahoma, $25. Bob McKitty, $25 in Norman, Oklahoma. Joe Keller from Norman, Oklahoma, $25. Craig Jones is the administrator of the Norman Regional Hospital. He called and gave $50. Dale Daniels with Reynolds Ford called and gave $25. We have $100 from Cliff Murdoch Chevrolet.
Super.
We have $25 from the Cleveland County Abstract Company in Norman.
All right. You got a whole...
Here's $100 from
More.
City College.
$100 from
Ron Burton with the
My
OU
goodness.
Foundation, $100. Benedum, Parsons and Reed Law Firm in Norman, $100.
And you've got a call coming in, and I
Okay.
believe we need to get some other things going on. Thank you so much, Jack. We certainly do appreciate it. Hi, guys.
We'd like to thank especially Quail Plaza IGA. They've been a serious part of our telethon, and boy, they have just been super. We had a reception last night here at the station.
Food was excellent.
And it came from the Quail Plaza IGA.
They also cook in the chili cook-off, so they've been a lot of help this year. We really do appreciate
A
it.
very special thanks to you.
Let's take a look at the tote board and see how much money we
A
got.
drum roll, please. And the new total comes up on the board.
Goes to 69, 530. Thank you very much.
That's over $10,000 in the last hour.
That makes you feel good.
Thank you very much. Make the phones ring. We appreciate and love and need your help. We'll be back in a few minutes.
Bye-bye.
To let men and women with cerebral palsy share the dream of living independently in their own homes. United Cerebral Palsy has initiated some experimental housing rehabilitation programs which provide modifications of existing apartment buildings and homes. The changes include ramp construction, stair guide installation, door widening, bathroom modification, and installation of safety railings. UCP's housing rehabilitation program is just the beginning. In the future, new homes will be designed to accommodate disabled people. Public buildings, restaurants, theaters, and banks will be accessible to everyone. Over 43 million people are disabled. UCP hopes the world of the future will no longer exclude people with cerebral palsy and other disabilities. For that to happen, UCP needs our support. Please, pick up the phone and make your pledge now. Thank you.
And now, stay tuned all across America as the Weekend with the Stars continues.
Thank you.
Absolutely, John. Thanks a lot. I'm Bob Goen. We have a few of the pledges that have been coming in over the last hour or so, and we're hoping that your name is one of them. Mary Berner of Park Forest, Illinois. Thanks, Mary. She has a $25 pledge for us. Mr. Rick Clausey of Kingston, New York, calls in with a $10 pledge, and Mr. and Mrs. Donald Peck of Lake Katrine, New York, $20 more. Thank you all for making that call. Now, back to the show.
Working in the gift shop, I've learned there's so many ways to give, but the best way to give is from your heart. So please call now and make a pledge. Thank you.
My job as a physical therapy aide is to really challenge people to go beyond their expectations. Please help them to achieve their goals. Call now.
Hi. You know it feels good in the morning to have a cup of coffee and a muffin. You know it feels better helping others. Call now.
Hi, my name is Joshua Berlin. I'm a production assistant at KISS FM Los Angeles, and communicating is my business. And right now I want to tell you to go pick up the phone and make a pledge to UCP. It's very important, and it's for a great cause. Thank you.
You know, late last night, you remember, we presented an all-night jazz jam.
Great.
It was fabulous. We all stayed late even last night. So we
It was happening. It was a happening moment.
night. Featuring some of America's top jazz artists. Now here, you're going to hear again Michael Wolff
And?
and Kenny Rankin.
Oh, Kenny.
I've just seen her face. I can't forget the time or place where we first met. She's just the girl for me. I want all the world to see we've met. La la la. Had it been another day, I might have looked the other way, and I'd have never been aware. But as it is, I'll dream of her tonight. La la la. Falling, yes I am falling. She keeps calling me back. Calling me back. I've never known the like of it. I've been alone, I've missed things, keeping out of sight. But other girls were never quite like this. Falling, yes I'm falling. She keeps calling me back. Calling me back. I've just seen her
Rankin, unbelievable. Okay, so here we are. We're doing the telethon. It's our 14th year. And for 14 years, unabashedly, with no shame, we stand here and we say, look, we need your money. Why? Because men, women, and children all over this country are born or are living with cerebral palsy. Now, their brains, for the most part, are working just fine. They are very smart, very funny, very loving, very wonderful human beings. All of that emotion, all of that thought is locked in a body that just doesn't work well. And so they are slaves to muscles that don't walk, to muscles that don't reach, muscles that don't grab. They're locked in a body. They are prisoners in a body that doesn't allow them to live the wonderful life that most of us enjoy each and every day. You know, I was just in Washington, D.C. I was there for the inaugural. It was so exciting. Everybody there that lives in Washington said, you know, I have not felt this kind of energy for years, for years. The fact of the matter is, we are all starting brand new. And we must now, with our donations, give the men, women, and children with CP something brand new. The hope of finding out how to cure, how to stop, and how to relive, how to relearn the world. We can do that with our donations. Achieving an independent lifestyle doesn't come easy with people with CP. So it takes a lot of work, but the rewards for that work are enormous. Take a look at this.
3 years ago, Anna Samora worked as a crossing guard. She liked the idea of helping children get to school. It also gave her a good feeling to know that she was contributing to her community.
That was then, this is now. Today, 31-year-old Anna is a newlywed, lives on her own, and has a part-time job at an educational center.
Hi, honey.
Needless to say, Anna is in love with her husband and is thrilled with her new life. Together they have started a wonderful journey and have high hopes for the future, part of which is Anna's part-time paying job at an educational center.
I do data entry, and it's a really nice job because I like the people. They're all really nice. You know, a bunch of college students and very laid back.
Anna has graduated from helping children cross the street to helping high school students prepare for college entrance exams. Anna's goal of independence has been realized, and she looks forward to helping others.
Great story. Hey, pledges coming in from all over the country, and I'm Bob Goen. I'll be reading you some of the names who have been making a difference for UCP during the last, 10 hours or so. So sidle up next to the set, and maybe you'll hear your name, but only if you have called and made a pledge. If you haven't called and made a pledge, I think it's time that you do so, don't you? But just if for no other reason than for that Kenny Rankin song. I mean, is that guy good or what? I just love listening to him. I could listen to him all day long. And I could listen to Mary Otto calling in with a $10 pledge all day long, too. Thanks, Mary. She's in Kingston, New York, and making a difference today. William Pitts in Kerhonkson, New York. Certainly, a $10 pledge there. William Luthern of Belmont, Massachusetts, with $25 for us. Thanks. Oh, this is great. Jack Bells in Memphis, Tennessee, a $250 pledge. Thank you, Jack. Obviously, it doesn't have to be $250, but if you can afford that much, you're going to have quite an impact on some lives around the country. $250 from Jack Bells. Thanks a million. $30 from Edwin Clough from Somerville, Massachusetts. Judith and Heather Brodkin, Sherborne, Massachusetts, with a $100 pledge. Probably a couple of sisters, I would guess, who have decided that they're going to pool their money and make an impact. That's great. Thanks, Judith and Heather Brodkin. Kathleen Ford from Dorchester, Massachusetts. Kathleen has called in with a $25 pledge. Also $25 from Kenneth Weinberg. He's in Randolph, Massachusetts, and those $25 will go to work very quickly. Mr. and Mrs. John Wallace from Pelham, Alabama, $25 more. Harold Browser with $25 from Chelmsford, Massachusetts.
Hi there, everybody, and welcome back to the 31st Annual United Cerebral Palsy Telethon here in Oklahoma City. I'm Cherokee Ballard.
And I'm Jerry Park, and we thank you for being with us here on the UCP Telethon. Now, I know that a lot of you are saying, hey, I'm looking at the TV guide, and it says that Five Alive is going to be carrying the Oklahoma State Missouri basketball game at about 2:30 or 2:45, and your TV guide is right.
We said earlier, OSU, that's what we thought, but your TV guide is correct, so don't listen to us.
It is OSU, Missouri. I'm the sports guy.
You know.
Yeah, I
That's
should know.
right.
Anyway, we're going to break away here in about an hour or so, depending upon when the game starts, so that you will not miss 1 minute of action of the OSU Missouri basketball game. We'll run our local newscast, and then we'll be rejoining us here on the UCP Telethon at about 5:30, something like that.
7 o'clock this evening.
Just keep your dial on Channel 5. That's all you have to do. 5 Alive is the place. Hey,
That is right.
if a lot of people may not want to call in here, or they're outside the area,
They can call their county treasurer's office. If you live outside of Oklahoma County, you can call there and make a donation, and that's from now until 7 o'clock tonight. That's free of charge.
there's another member of our broadcast team, and his name is Vince Orza. He's one of the hosts here, and Vince, you get all the good jobs.
do.
My goodness.
This is one of the jobs that you'll, after it's done, you'll wonder if it's a good job or not, unless you want to kiss the pig. What I've got with me right now are a bunch of folks from Francis Tuttle Votech, including Shella Mansell, who is the secretary of the FBLA club out there. How are you?
Fine.
Your job is to introduce everybody. Who are all these folks?
This is Jennifer Wall. She's the treasurer.
Okay.
And that is Manoj Silas. He's the president. And Sally Willett. She is one of the chairmen of FBLA.
She gets the best job of all. How did she get lucky enough to kiss the pig?
Well, she raised the most money in her bucket, so she's going to give him a big kiss.
All right, let me run over here. I want to talk to Sally. And behind Sally right now, some of you may recognize Judge Manchester and his wife Jonna, and of course the now famous pig, Esquire, also called Essie. And Sally, you get to kiss the pig.
I sure do, Vince. I've been looking forward to this for the last hour with trepidation. I'm willing to do it, though, to sacrifice this for my students so they don't have to do it.
All right, well, you raised a lot of money, and as a result of doing something good, you get to kiss the pig.
Yes, I do, and I'm all ready to peck her up. I've been practicing.
Well, let's go for it.
Okay, Essie, this is it. This is on national TV. Okay, come here, come here. Oh,
look at the face.
Oh, she even kissed me back.
Isn't that nice? Aren't you fortunate? All right, big round of applause for Sally for kissing the pig. And then back over to Cherokee.
Mysteriously turned off. I think it's me. You have some more you want to read real quick? Have you already read through all yours? Oh, sure. You're the one that had some more.
Well, we both do.
Okay,
we both do, so.
Go ahead and finish up your
Well, I just
your list.
received a call from Jim Lewis, who is our poster child's father of Brenna.
Yes.
And he donated $50 on behalf of Brenna and Caitlin. He had to stay home today with Caitlin or he had been here. So $50 from Jim Lewis.
Thank you, Jim.
And Teresa Ormson called in for a $25 pledge, and she was out at the chili cook-off yesterday and really enjoyed it. Edith Heald from Harrah, Oklahoma called in with $10 pledge.
Okay.
Russ Dunn in Oklahoma City called in for a $20 pledge, and Russ works at the at Tinker Air Force Base. Mr. Newcomer, or Benny Newcomer Construction Company, $100 pledge.
Wonderful.
And Adair and Associates, $25 pledge.
Okay.
We have Bill and Rose Woodson, Attorney Norman, $50. Randy Woods, Investor Property Management, $50. In Norman, Rick Jones, President of Soft Touch Systems in Oklahoma City, $50. Don Winery's Off-Airport Parking, $25. Jim and Shirley Burnett's Auto Service in Norman, $25. Larry Hutchins, General Manager, Bob Moore Cadillac, $25. Tom and Diane Criswell Funeral Home, Ada, Oklahoma, $100. Dr. Don Roberts, dentist in Norman, $250. Sid and Leela Jones, John of Oklahoma City, Sid John Aircraft, $100. Dr. Robert Livingston, dentist in Muskogee, $25. Steve and Neanne Trice, Jasco Corporation or Company in Oklahoma City, $150. Coy Wright of Wright's IGAs in Norman, Oklahoma, $100. Dr. George Carlson, MD, Ardmore, $25. And Carol and Gary Friesen, Naptime Woodworks, Sooner Fashion Mall, $10. And Carol Hayden, $10.
Super. Is that it?
That's it for right now.
That is a big list,
Yes,
Jack.
it is.
You've
We'll
been
get some
busy.
more.
We
Yes.
thank you so much. Bill, you have some more.
You bet. I've got Senior Airman Mark Ray and Senior Airman Michael Belrose from Tinker, $10 each. Dr. Joe and Mary Louise Tarrin from Shawnee, $100 each. Mayor Pierre and Glenabelle Tarrant, $25. They're from Shawnee. Pat Patterson from Midwest City has CP and pledged 25, and he wants to challenge all Tinker employees to pledge. Colonel James R. and his wife Liz Lee from Tinker. He's the commander of the 654th CCSG, pledged 100. Dr. Michael Benham from Wedgwood Pet Clinic, Northwest Oklahoma City, pledged 50. My brother and sister-in-law, Richard and Nancy Blahoviak in Shawnee, pledged 25. John Enda from the EZ1 Corporation in Shawnee, pledged $50. Joe Enda, his brother, pledged $37.50. He's from Tecumseh. My mother and dad, CJ and Mary Blahoviak from Shawnee, pledged 25. My brother and sister-in-law from Ponca City pledged 20. Charles and Diane Blahoviak. Steve and Sharon Bolton from Bolton Hardware pledged 25. Bill Cummins Sr. from Lexington pledged 25. James Jones from Tinker pledged 20. And my nephew from Ponca City, Philip Blahoviak, pledged 20.
Super.
I've got a stack of them here from a VIP that didn't have time to read all of them. He'd raised about $6,000.
My goodness.
And so I'd like to read some for Dick Roberts.
I guess you're talking about Dick. That's what I was just getting ready to say.
Dick Roberts. Arcade Black Incorporated, Janice Lambert, $100. Sharon and Tiffany Self, $50. Chuck Roberts, $25. Ray Sanford, $25. Joe's Place, Joe Lyles, $25.
You would like to
How much? Tony and Nikki
How much?
Marbell, $50. Steve and Kathy Lindsay, $50. Gordon Specialty, $50. Ken and Carol Lowry, $35. Ernie Cornelius, $15. Curtis Faust, $25. Standard Engraving, Louise and Richard Emright, $10. Bill and Teresa Holt, $15. Tully and Janelle McCoy, $50. Orrin Backrack, $25. Tony, it's Auto Battery and Equipment. I'm sorry,
I couldn't pronounce it either.
It's as bad as mine. CZRSRCZYK. $25. Thank you.
Yes.
Ellison Feed and Seed in Norman, $100. Keith and Deborah Morris, $25. Earl and Rosemary Long, $25. Sean and Rachel Grubb, $50. Charles Epperson Construction Company, Charles and Wanda Epperson, $50. Guitar Department, Oklahoma University, Larry and Aaron Hammett, $50. Access Financial Resources, Troy Jones, $50. Bob and DeJean Dace, $50. Dick and Mary Roberts, $100. And then this is a Palace Auto Supply, George Jansen, $25.
Boy, that's quite a list. Thank you very much. Are you tired now? You got a call. Thank you so much. And now we're going to go back, I believe. I thought we were going to go back to Vince. We're going to Quail Springs. Let's go and see what Bill Mitchell's up to. Bill?
You take cues very well. Go to Quail Springs. I'm here with my good buddy Wayman Slayton. And we have had some talented youngsters out here.
We sure have, and we have more. We have Karen's Kids Production Studio, along with Voices Plus. And the young lady that's down on the floor now, that's Jennifer Roush. And that little girl is 12 years old, and she's an incredible dancer. Sorry y'all missed it, but I know we need to read all those pledges. But Heather Pierce, a sophomore at U.S. Grant High School, just completed another gorgeous dance. And the name of this song is A Whole New World, and this is what we're trying to create today for a lot of worthwhile, special people.
Speaking of a whole world, we've got a whole new world of great folks out here. Come on up, and your name is?
Floyd Kaufman, better known as Harley.
Well, y'all look good. If I weren't dressed in this monkey suit, I think I'd rather be dressed like that.
Yeah. I'm with the Territorial Gunfighters, Guthrie, Oklahoma, represented by KOKC Radio. We were out here yesterday kind of locking people up in our jail to raise money for this.
I saw you on the news.
Yeah. We made $200 yesterday locking people up and added $10 to it, and I'd like to challenge everybody in Logan County to make a donation.
All right. Well,
Bill, if they don't, we'll be after them.
all right. You guys are wonderful as always. You two ladies, thank you very much. We appreciate it.
We had like I said, we had a chili cook-off yesterday, and I got to be lucky enough to be one of the judges, and we got to judge the booths, who had the best decorated, most creative booth. These guys won, or they'd have put us in jail.
Yeah, they're a great group, and they do great helping us out with great causes, as have all the people this afternoon, the square dancers. We'll have more entertainment here all afternoon at Quail Springs, right in front of Dillard's. You can't miss us. So come on out, have a good time. There's clowns for the kids and junior hospitality over there with our fishbowl, so we appreciate it. Come on out and visit us, and we'll take your money. We need it now. It's urgent.
We want your money.
Hi, Vince.
All right, guys, thank you very much.
We want your money, too, but come see us.
There you go, Vince.
Thank you, guys. We appreciate it. No, I got so caught up before with Sally kissing the pig that we forgot why we're here. We're here to collect money. And Jennifer is the treasurer of FBLA out of Francis Tuttle, and you've got a check.
Yes, I do. On behalf of the future business leaders of America at Francis Tuttle Votech, I would like to present to United Cerebral Palsy a check of $150 from the Kiss the Pig contest.
Very much. We really appreciate that. You are wonderful for doing that. Thank you all very much. A nice round of applause for the kids from FBLA. Thank you all. Appreciate it very much. Now I got to talk to the guys from Miller Brewing, who also have a check, and there is no amount too small, no amount too large. With me right now, Ed Kasich and Don Meyer from Miller Brewing in Oklahoma City. What do you got?
Ed, go ahead.
Well, once again, Miller is a national corporate sponsor of United Cerebral Palsy, and as a company-owned distributorship, we also get involved on a yearly basis through various events and through our fine retailers selling wreaths during the Christmas time. And this year, on behalf of Miller Distributing, we want to contribute locally $6,000 to United Cerebral Palsy.
$6,000 from Miller.
Thank you. Also, our sister distributorship in Tulsa, who couldn't be here today, also wants to kick in another $6,000. So from Tulsa and Oklahoma City, we'd like to give United Cerebral Palsy $12,000.
Great. I don't have a lot to say except good luck on everything here.
Our thanks to Miller, and our thanks to all the people at Circle K who worked with you on that wreath sales, and we really do appreciate it. Let's do something real quickly. We just picked up $12,000. How about if we put it on the board? Let's change those numbers up there a second. 69.5 goes to what? 81,750. Thank you, fellas. Thank you very, very much. All right, Jerry Park.
Push in.
Thank you very much, Vince. And we're back with our very interested person panel. And, of course, Louis Daigle, good to have an auctioneer, as I said, because auctioneers tend to talk real quick.
You bet. And Randall Shadid, mayor of Edmond, has challenged every mayor in Edmond $50 or more in Oklahoma.
That's not enough. Randall, you need to call in, pledge another 50.
Call me back again, Randall. I got Peter and Kay Keckle of Oklahoma Gold Jewelry. They want to challenge every jeweler in the state. $50.
Great ambucks. Great ambucks,
$50. Ken Mason, auctioneer, and Bill Rackley, auctioneer. They gave me 10 and 5 apiece. We need more auctioneers, more jewelers, and more mayors.
Give us a call. Give Louis Daigle a call, 641-2428. Okay, Tom?
I got one more, and it's from James Humphreys at Bob Mills Furniture, and he's challenging all the people at Bob Mills to give $20 each. So that's the challenge.
Great, and we'll challenge everybody at the Mathis Brothers too, and at every furniture store. Call in. Okay, Paul, you got a lot of pledges to read. Go ahead.
I just had one call. John Williams pledged $50, and I'm waiting for more calls. 641-6516.
Do you have anybody else you need to acknowledge here?
Not at this time.
Okay, great. Let's. Bill is on the telephone. Jack is on the telephone. I'll tell you what. Yeah, two of the people that have been working here as long as I have on this telethon, they come in every year from Woodward, Faye and Wayne Webb, and they're not only good friends of UCP, they're good friends of me and Susie. So we're glad to have you here again, gang.
We're so happy that you could join us. And do you want to read some off, Wayne?
I would like to.
Please do.
I would like to. Say in Woodward, we have the Bank of Woodward giving $100. Stock Exchange Bank, $100. We have Going Home Furnishings, $75. We have Tommy Young Oil Company, Marcy Distributing, Woodward Automotive, and Randy's Pharmacy, all giving $50.
Wonderful.
$35 donation from Woodward Animal Hospital, and the VFW Post 1335 giving $35. The following $25 donations are Billings Funeral Home, Divine Stationery Incorporated, the Medicine Shop, Boston Incorporated, Gardner Music Company, Robert's Shamrock Cafe, McDowell Package Store, Hillcrest Pharmacy, John D's Saddlery. These are all $25 donations.
Okay.
Mr. and Mrs. Jack Houghton, Houghton, Mr. and Mrs. John Houghton, $25. Figley and Sauls, Northwestern Electric, McDonald's Drive-In, Kevin Skirmagee, the Star Lumber Company. These are all $25. Dairy Queen, Franklin Stetcher, Northwest Glass, Sheen Incorporated, Carl's Machine Shop. We have a $20 donation from Northwest Carpet and Tile. We would hope these people would continue to call us.
We hope so. Your number again?
641-7035.
Thank you so much, Wayne and Faye, for coming out. You always do such great work for us here at United Cerebral Palsy Telethon of Oklahoma. Can't thank you enough. Al, how are you doing over here?
Just fine.
Tell me about some of yours.
Well, I've got a number of pledges here. $5 pledge from Carolyn Richards, Chuck Fisher, Daisy Johnson, Evelyn Price, Hung Nguyen, Joe Taylor, Roxy Arnott, Van Morrison, Robert Traeger, and my next-door neighbor, Donnie Payworth. $10 pledges I have from Alice Musser, Bill Harnett, Cheryl Atkinson, Darlene Manuel, Debbie Morphus, Don Robinson, Ed Walters, Fred Willis, Herb Davenport, Judy Paterson, Penny Williams, Sandra Grabney, Sandy Hamilton, Ded Pullum, Tony Wynn, Val Newton, Kim Goodwin, Brenda Simpson, Mike Robertson, Sandy Stapleton, Greg Stipe, Becky Horgan, David Stevens, and my pastor, Steve Ramsey. $15 pledges from Art Hanlon, Rob Ferguson, and Jerry Taylor. $20 pledges from Brent Johnson, Don Knudsen, some good friends of mine, Jerry and Susan Guerin, Carl Call, Randy Furr, and Sherry Monfort. $25 pledges from Dorothea Gregory, Representative Gary Bastine, my state senator, Keith Leftwich, my sister and her husband, Larry and Lena Lego, Maurice Plummer, Randy and Susan Dunlop, Terry Turner, and Alice Gerke. I have a $30 pledge from a former neighbor of mine and now living in Ponca City and a principal in Ponca City Public Schools. $30 from Mike Mitchell. I have a $50 pledge from Paul Gillespie.
Boy, that's quite a list there.
Yes, it is.
Thank you so much, Al, and give Al a call, 641-7895. I'm sure he will take a lot more pledges. How about you, Ed McConnell? How are you doing?
Cherokee, I've got some good numbers here. I can't quite keep up with Al there. I just received a call from my good friends up at Crescent, Bill and Joanne Jones. They pledged $25.
Super.
And I've got a $25 pledge here from my aunt, Marthena McConnell, up at Crescent. We've got Wilda Armour Insurance Company for $100, and Charles Holstock, attorney at law here in town, for $100.
Super, and your number again, so everybody will keep you busy.
641-7036.
All right, thank you so much, Ed. Philip, let's get over here and see what you've got. You've got a big list.
I've got $50 from my brother Jimmy at Down Cerebral.
All right, that's a good place to eat.
Chris Howard, who has CP, his mom called me and told me he wanted to give $25. Richard Aikman for $20. Don Wells for $20. And Harold Sweet for $20. Glenda Niece, $20. My mom and dad for $20.
All right.
My cousin Mike Carpenter for $15. Baby, who used to work for my dad, $10. Ed Taylor, a good friend of mine, $10. Sissy Chapman for $10.
All right.
My brother David for $10. I've got more, but we need to...
Well, you go ahead and read them. We want to hear everybody that's helped out.
Mike Edwards at All-American Fitness, $10. Jerry, who used to be with us, $10. Olivia Murray, who used to be my mom's next-door neighbor, $10. Dorinda Weaver, who used to be on staff, for $10.
Okay.
Bob Smith, $10.
Okay.
Mark Cruz, my cousin, $10. And my mom's other next-door neighbor, Leroy Rez, for $10.
The whole family's getting involved, Philip, right? Can you tell us why this is so important?
Because with the money they give, a lot of them can end up like me. And here I am sitting here today representing a company that took the time to hire me. And they can go out and get jobs like I did.
And live an independent life.
That's right, and drive and pay taxes.
Drive and pay taxes, all right. Okay, we've got Vince has got a bunch of folks with him. Vince?
I get all the good jobs. I get to work with. You want something done, you talk to the women. And that's who I'm talking to right now with the National Association of Women Business Owners, Alvina Hendricks from Pirates Alley and Dorothy Vella from All About Travel. What do you got for us?
You bet. We have a check for $250, Vince, and a challenge to all the women business owners in the community to please get behind this organization, help as much as you can, and let's show what women business owners can do.
$250 from Nabo. Thank you very much.
It's from the organization and individually. This is Dorothy.
Dorothy, what do you got?
I have a check for $250 from All About Travel as the first donation. So now all we have to do is get the rest of the women business owners out here with $250 to match that.
Well, that's terrific. $250 from All About Travel and $250 from Nabo. We appreciate that fast $500. Thank you for your help.
Thanks a lot.
Let me turn over here. These are all my bosses. If I work for all the women. This is the women that work in the corporate office of eateries who have already become pretty big corporate sponsors, or not corporate sponsors, but generous donors on behalf of all of the employees of Garfield's. And Gigi, you're here, and what do you got for us?
I have a check for $500 on behalf of the somewhat 2,000 employees of Garfield's restaurant.
All right, on behalf of our guys and women. I'll hear about it if I don't say that.
And also another personal check from Sammy Cravens.
And this is Sammy Cravens right here, our controller. What's Sammy got there?
$25.
Another $25. Thank you very much. On behalf of all of you and on behalf of all of the people that we work with, thank you very, very much. United Cerebral Palsy appreciates all you do. The employees of Garfield's really help out. Let's go over to Jerry Park. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, and our thanks to all the people with Eateries Incorporated. We got just a couple of three to read here. Some things are coming in right at the last minute. Jack Smith.
Yes. I just received a call from Brian and Teresa Menke in Midwest City. They were out at the Boulevard Bowling Center last night, where all of the prior year poster children were. They had a wager, and they won $36 on it, and they threw in $14 for a total of $50 donation. We want to thank them very much. We had a lady, Monique Russell from Oklahoma City. They called in for a $25 donation. And then a young lady named Janet Moore called in for a $2 donation from Oklahoma City. And that's all I've got right now, Jerry.
Great. Thank you, Jack. Bill, one more from you.
You bet. I got one more from Jan Sandlin for her son Jacob and Bobby Sandlin of Moore. They're donating $25 in honor of her cousin who's 45 years old that has CP, Jerry Wayne Kilgo of Alabama.
Great. Thank you both very much. We appreciate you being on the panel. Cherokee?
Thank you, Jerry. We didn't get a chance a while ago to talk to Brenda Dittmore of the Tack Room. Brenda tells me she's got a long list. Why don't we go ahead and get started reading those?
Okay. We have a $25 pledge from Luella Powers in Oklahoma City. A $20 pledge from Stevie Gardosic, my buddy in Yukon.
All right.
Jack and Susan Dake have pledged $15. Mark Rogers has pledged $10. $20 from Beverly Schreiber. Tom and Wanda Saggs, they've pledged every year since 1967, $25.
Super.
Brenda Warren, $10, and Lynn Burba, $25.
And you've got a call. Hopefully that's another big donation. Thank you very much. And Philip's on the phone. Do you have some more?
Yes, Cherokee. I've got a challenge here from Mike and Marquita Kelly up at Edmond, and they want to challenge all the parents of the players in Little League Baseball up there. They coach Brenda's older brother, Jason, in the baseball league up there, and they want to challenge all those parents to send in a donation here today.
We like those kind of challenges because challenges certainly mean that people are perhaps listening and might do something to help out. And Vince has got some other people with him. Vince?
Cherokee, the telethon is only possible as a result of telephones, and this year we picked up one great new guardian angel in the way of Cellular One. And with me right now, R.J. Williver from Cellular One.
Hi, thanks, Vince. It's an honor to be associated with this year's telethon. Cellular One is committed to these nonprofit causes, and on behalf of the entire staff of Cellular One, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for allowing us to be a part of this year's telethon, and also special thanks to Eileen O'Reilly and Tammy Hunt for their help in this. And I'd also like to challenge all the carriers in the state to a $100 pledge.
All right, we'll take that. We really appreciate your help. You really make an awful lot possible.
Thank you.
Thanks, RJ. Let me turn right around, and the restaurant business always comes through. This is, I told you I'd forget, this is Janine Liston, who is the general manager of Spaghetti Warehouse, who hosts a Mother's Day dinner for us every year, and it raises a lot of money. Tell us what you got.
Well, what we do every year is for every guest that comes into the building, we'll donate $1 for each entree served. That's a real busy day for us, so we had 2,166 guests.
Not a bad Sunday afternoon.
Not a bad Sunday for us at all.
Well, we'll take that $2,100 anytime,
Great.
Janine. On
Great.
behalf of everybody over here,
We're
we
looking
thank
forward to it this
all
year.
the people at Spaghetti Warehouse.
Thank you very much.
Thanks an awful lot. Back to Jerry Park.
Well, Vince, you mentioned a couple of minutes ago that a lot of it is through our national sponsors, and it really is our national corporate sponsors, and one of those is Health South. And with us from Health South, with some pledges they've been able to get on the phone here, Hank Ross. And Hank, you just come out, and not only you're a corporate sponsor, but you're coming out and answering the phones, too.
You bet, you bet. I got some pledges to read here. I got Father Joe Ross out of Norman, Oklahoma, pledged $20. Got Dr. Randy and Susan Brown in Oklahoma City. They had pledged $50. Have Joe and Mary Ross out of Chickasha, Oklahoma, have pledged $20. Have Wayne and Helen Von Felt here in Oklahoma City. They have pledged $100. Have Jim and Pat Mays out of Edmond, Oklahoma, have pledged $20. They're challenging all Air National Guard members to meet that pledge. So I have Ted and Katie Shaw out of Ninnekah, Oklahoma, have pledged $25. And Jerry, if someone can call me at 627-0838 and tell me where Ninnekah, Oklahoma is, I'll pledge additional $20.
Okay, I can't do that, but somebody can tell you where Ninnekah, Oklahoma is. Hank Ross will pledge another $20. I think your telephone's ringing right here. Maybe they know where Ninnekah is. 627-0838. Now then, let's see. Cherokee,
Yes,
you were
I heard
sitting
my
down
name.
there. You're going to answer the phone, are you?
Well, if it rings, I certainly will. The only reason I sat down is because this chair was empty, and she said, am I going to have a partner? I said, I'll sit here with you for just a second. How are you doing today, Marion?
I'm doing fine. Just great.
Good
It's
to
wonderful
see you.
to be here, part of this
It
telethon
certainly
again.
is. The Southwest Medical Center.
That's right.
Your number is 641-6518, and next to you is a really dapper-looking fella. Who is that?
I'm Lawrence McCracken. I represent the South Oklahoma City Chamber.
All right, super. Well, we've got some other VIPs, very interested people to introduce back over here. This is a new panel for you folks that have just tuned in to join us. Tim Thompson, who are you with?
I'm a student at Oklahoma City University.
Great. Okay, and your number, so everybody will call you?
641-6514.
All right, super. And Paul's still with us today. You're still waiting on... No, Jim called in, didn't he?
John called
John
in.
Williams.
Called
I
in,
knew it was
please.
Jim, John, one
So
of
now I'm waiting on other calls.
Okay.
641-2428.
That's a good phone number, folks. You heard it first, 641-2428. Let's see. We're going to let all these folks take their phone calls, and perhaps, there you go. Paul Goddard got one. You know, the important thing here today is people. These people that are answering the phones and able to do that just as easy as perhaps picking it up and answering it. Some people aren't able to do that, and those people live every day with cerebral palsy. That's why we're here today. We need you. We need your help. We need your dollars. Anything you can give will certainly be appreciated to make people like Philip Meadows' lives a little bit easier, a little bit more mobile, and perhaps a little bit happier. And I believe we've got some other special people that we want to introduce to you over with Vince. Vince?
All right, thank you very much, Cherokee. I want to introduce to you Tom Harsha from Valjean Associates, which is the Valjean Restaurants, my buddy Pete Holloway, who's standing over there, but he doesn't want to come. And sitting next to him is Paul Cycle from Paul's, which is Pearls. So you've seen all these guys on television. I got to give out some trophies because Tom, yesterday, on behalf of Valjean's, won the chili cook-off. So on behalf of all of us at United Cerebral Palsy, Pete Holloway's going to have to hang a trophy that says the Vince Orza chili cook-off at Valjean's. I can't believe he'll want to do that.
Have to do it.
Well, we want you to know we really appreciate it. You won first place. Just Say Ho, the clowns who were out at Quail Springs took second place, and Homeland took third place. So we really appreciate all your help. Thanks very much.
Well, it was a lot of fun.
Well, we appreciate it. Tell everybody
you.
we said hello, and thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tom. Let me go to Jerry Park, I believe.
That's right. You know, every year we get to meet and see new friends that we haven't seen for the last year or something like that. And one of the very special friends we have is a young lady by the name of Karen Shears. And Karen has been on the telethon with us for many, many years. And Karen has something that's basically new. And as you can see, limited mobility for Karen. But now she is mobile because she has a wheelchair, and you move the wheelchair with your chin, right?
Yes.
And what is... You've been going out and gathering money and collecting money, and how much do you have for us this year?
300.
$305.
40. what is
$305.41 from Karen Shears. Can we hear it for Karen? Karen every year comes in, and it's all right here. My goodness, we're gonna have to get some help carrying all this money around. It's right here in the bucket, $305.41. And Karen, I know you're proud of your new wheelchair and your mobility, and our thanks to you for coming by, and we'll look forward to seeing you. Will you be back with us again next year? Of course. There wasn't any doubt about that, was there? None whatsoever. Well, watch the television set there here with me, Karen, as we go out to Quail Springs Mall, Bill Mitchell and Wayman Slayton. Bill Mitchell.
All right, we've got some great entertainment out here right now, and Heather Pierce is dancing down there, entertaining the crowd. A bunch of wonderful, wonderful young people out here dancing and entertaining, and everybody's having a great time, and we're doing something great. We're raising money now. And talking about raising money, these are all our good friends from Junior Hospitality. You guys have been working fish bowls not only down here in front of Dillard's, but up from the upper level, too.
All correct. Yes, thank you, Bill. The women of Junior Hospitality are pleased to participate in this fun and entertaining day of the Weekend with the Stars. We'd like to say that we're really having a lot of fun out here and watching all the great entertainment. The real stars of this show, though, are the people like we've met, like Ricky. You're going to be hearing some of his poetry later, I understand. There are a lot of people here that are victims of cerebral palsy, and we'd really like to ask for people to help contribute and participate with us in making their lives a little bit better. Thank you.
You're welcome, and thank you. Doesn't she give great speeches? Now, Wayman, you've got a friend of ours.
I sure do, Bill. This is Richard Anderson, and Richard has written some of the greatest poetry in America. In fact, they're really lyrics to songs, and he's looking for somebody to put the music to it. But I want to read one for you now, okay, buddy? Here we go. I don't want to see the world come to an end. Don't want to see any people crying. Don't want to see another war again. Don't want to see no more people dying. Take me back when people were kind. Take me back when love was everywhere. Take me back when people gave their time. Just take me back where love was in the air. Take me back. You can feel the danger in your own backyard. Can't roam the streets without being shot. You can feel the anger of young gun bangers. You can feel danger in your own backyard. I can remember when dreams came to reality. Can remember when people were free. I can remember when the skies were friendly. Can remember, yeah, I can remember. Take me back when people were kind. Take me back where love was everywhere. Take me back when people gave their time. Just take me back where love is in the air. Take me back. Thank you, Richard, for a super poem. You did a great job. And that's what we need for you to do. Just one time is pick up the phone, make a phone call, make a pledge, come to the mall where there's fabulous entertainment, and put something in the fish bowl, because it all goes to help folks just like Richard Anderson, who can feel and has a heart and can express himself through special communication that only you can help support. Bill?
We'll go back to the studio now, and we thank all the folks out here at Quail Springs, all the square dancers. Give her a big hand. What a great group out here and a great feeling. We're doing good work. Now back to the studio.
Thank you, Bill and Wayman. You know, it's so wonderful to see kids who can dance like that, but there's so many that want to that can't. And that's where cerebral palsy has affected them, and it's a condition that sometimes makes life not so easy. And that's why we're here today, folks. So we need you to pick up the phones, 460-4017 or 1-800-759-4142. It doesn't take that much effort, $5, $10, $20, whatever you can and want to give. We certainly would appreciate it. We have a challenge here. Kathy Cruz is an Arby's roast beef restaurant manager, and she is challenging all managers at Arby's to send in $50 to help everyone with cerebral palsy. I think it's a super challenge. Got a new panel of VIPs I need to introduce to you, but you've seen this lovely lady before, Faye Webb of the VFW Auxiliary Post 1335 out of Woodward. How are you doing today?
Just fine, Cherokee, and I would like to say hello to my mother that's in the Methodist Nursing Home in Enid, and I would like to challenge everybody who has a parent in a nursing home to give.
That is a wonderful challenge. It certainly hits close to home for a lot of people, I would imagine. Paula McKelvey, a familiar face. We saw you here last night. Thanks for coming back today.
Thank you, Cherokee.
And your number today so they can call you.
641-7895.
All right. Hopefully we'll get those phones ringing and be back to hear some pledges. Whitney, Whitey, excuse me. I'll get it right here in a minute. Whitey Sneed, AFL-CIO. How you doing?
Just fine.
Good. You've got probably a lot of friends that need to be calling you, right?
I urge them to do so right now.
And give them that number.
By the way, my number is 641-7036.
Okay.
I'll read that off next.
Okay, I think that's your phone ringing. There you go. Pat Burns, how are you doing?
I'm good. Terrific. Thanks.
Okay, and what would you like to tell folks that are
Well,
watching
I'm with
today?
the Oklahoma Planning Council for Developmental Disabilities, and we encourage all the people that are providing services out there and work in state agencies especially to please call in your pledges for this very worthy cause.
It is very worthy. Thank you, Pat, and we'll get back to you. Look like you've got a stack of pledges already. Okay. Gwen Hare, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks. I'm
You're
glad,
a
glad
board
to be
member
here.
of UCP.
That's right.
And I understand that your father's somebody that we ought to know.
Well, he's a former Oklahoman. Yes, his name's Chuck Fairbanks.
Chuck Fairbanks.
Yeah,
That's
he's the
certainly
coach here.
well, good. That Jerry Park said you might want to know that, and I said, okay, we'll talk to Gwen and we'll get back to you. And you got some phones ringing right now. All right, Vince, I understand you've got another presentation.
I do. I want to say thank you again. The clowns are out at Quail Springs Mall. They won the People's Choice Contest yesterday out at Quail Springs Mall for the chili cook-off. And now I've got a couple of representatives from the media who are also here. I got to say thank you to a lot of people in the radio business. KJ 103, Magic 104, who I'm going to talk to just in a second. KTNT 97.7, KISS FM 98.9, Cat Radio, KEBC, KOKC out of Guthrie. Those are the Cowboys. They're out there at Quail Springs Mall right now also. And KNTL. Those people donated a lot of time and a lot of money to help make this happen. And with me right now are the guys from Magic. You recognize Jeff Roberts and Bob Glover from Magic, who made a lot of things happen. And they also took second place in the chili cook-off yesterday in the media event.
Yeah, well, not too bad. Actually, he's the one that cooked it over here. Bob's chili, you know. I don't know.
In case anybody got sick.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
You guys also helped with a variety of things. You got your trophy there, but you also helped us with Casual Day.
That's right. In fact, first year was our first ever. We raised over $20,000.
No
First
kidding.
ever. And we're going to do it again this year.
Fabulous.
June 18th. We want to invite everybody. We thank everybody who's helping out with this telethon here. But ask for your help again June 18th. Casual Day. You dress casual. $5 goes to the United Cerebral Palsy, and it's a great cause.
All right, fellas, we appreciate it very much. Big round of applause for all of the Oklahoma City radio stations who help us out, and for Magic and for Casual Day. We appreciate it. And one last time, I did not get a chance to really ask you to do one thing. We want a big round of applause one more time for Cellular One. They gave us the phones. Thank you, Cellular One. Let me walk in front of you guys. A few other radio people just walked in. Who I got here? Tom, how are you?
Fine. How you doing, Vince?
KNTL, thank you very much. Gary Hughes.
Nice to be here.
Good to have you here.
And I'm Dave Riley.
How are you? We want to thank you guys. You were all out there yesterday cooking for us, and we appreciate it.
It was a blast.
Okay, our pleasure. How about making a pitch? Get us some money.
Yes, call right now. Make a fine donation for cerebral palsy. What is the number, by the way?
We got a number 460-4017 or 1-800-759-4142.
Call us right now. Pick up the phone and make a call and make a donation and help somebody out today.
We appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much for coming out. Thanks for all your help yesterday. Who am I throwing to? Jerry Park, you working over there?
No, I think, yeah, I'm over here just for a little bit. I'm over here just for a little bit, and the reason I'm over here is because I think we have another presentation that you're getting ready to make over there. But while you get ready for the presentation, Vince, what we're going to do is introduce our VIP panel, and you do have some pledges to read, Paul.
I have two. One wonderful pledge from Bill and Margot and Michael up the Grove. They called and pledged $250.
That's great. They've been longtime friends of United Cerebral Palsy.
Yes, Bill is on the board. And also, I had a call from Sally Yoakum. She'd pledged $30 earlier and called with another $10 pledge, asking that all persons that attended the Methodist Church Camp at Turner Falls with Wayman Slayton to please call in and pledge at least $10.
That's great. What a pledge. Thank you very much, Paul. Tim Thompson, you have some pledges to read for us.
I have one from Jackie West for $10, and then I have one from my sister, Lori Thompson. She is Gamma Phi at OCU, and she challenges all of her sisters to remember the commitment to special children, and she has given me a check for $20.
Great, Tim. Thank you very much. Give Tim a call at 641-6514. Let's briefly go back to the interview set. Vince Orrs is some more radio people.
Got some more radio people, names that you will recognize, people you know, Rick Reese and Matt McCoy from KJ 103.
Glad to be here.
We appreciate you guys being out there yesterday, cooking chili with us.
We enjoyed it. We had a great time and continue to do that, we hope, in the years to come. I want to remind everybody to call 460-4017. Make that pledge right now.
Matt, what about you?
We appreciate the opportunity to participate in the chili cook-off. We had a lot of fun the second annual one. It was great for us, and we'd like to remind anybody who's not in the metro area,
give us a call at 1-800-759-4142.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it very
Thank
much.
you.
Good to have you here. KJ 103, and also Quail Springs Mall can't be here, but this is the plaque we want to present to Quail Springs Mall. This is the second time they've helped us put the telethon and the chili cook-off together, and we're really very grateful to all the folks at Quail Springs Mall. Back to Jerry Park.
Thank you very much, Vince. An integral part of our city is South Oklahoma City, and representing the South Oklahoma City Chamber of Commerce, which is a great organization and always active in all community efforts, is Lawrence McCracken. And Lawrence, what a great list you've got.
Sure do. Just received a call from Pat Down from the city of Oklahoma City, and he's pledged $25. Jackie Cooper of Cooper Motor Company pledged $200. Mike Evans of Evans Furniture, $200. Henry Croak from First National Midwest City, $100. Darrell Lanier of OG&E, $100. Ted Edwards of Ted Superfoods, $100. Ed Eskridge of Eskridge Oldsmobile, $100. Raymond Grant, Frontier State Bank, $100. Paul Odom III gave us $50. Larry Dunham, $50. Sterling Wamsmaster, $100. Mary Weaver, $50. Elsie Bailey of Auction Promotions, she was a former one of the VIPs, gave us $25. Terry Banker, $25. Dan Brummett, $25. Carl Corbin, $25. Carl's with the Corbin Realty Company. That's all for now.
Great. Lawrence McCracken, everybody on the south side, give him a call, 641-6516. Marianne, you have another set here?
Yes, I do. Well, this is my first set. Ramey Barthick just called in $25. Marcel and Luke Luker, they're out at the Epworth Villa Retirement Center. They called in $25. And I have another group or two. Ted Cox, $25. He's the south side. Lynn Ely, $75. And Robert and Phyllis Epstein, $25. And we have a couple here, Bob and Nidra Funk. They're with Express Personnel, and they've been with us a number of years for $500 each year. So we're real proud of them. Dr. Barney and Paula Limes, $50. Judy McReynolds, $25, and Frank Miller, $50. David Pipes, $100, and he's been a regular payer every year, too. So that's all I'll read right now. Thank you, and we appreciate all of these.
We appreciate you. Thank you very much. Ted Cox, is he the X-Ball player?
No, I don't think so.
Well, I had one by that name. Anyway, how about some pledges? Do you have some new ones in, Ed?
Yes, Jerry. I just got a call from Longview Construction up at Edmond. They pledged $50, and they challenged all the other asphalt contractors up there to make a similar pledge. Got a call from Royal Prestige Cookware up at Edmond, pledging $150, and $250 pledge from King Bubble Giant Gumball Machines.
Great. That King Bubble Giant Gumball Machine. Well, we certainly do appreciate it. Now let's go to Vince Orza, and you've got a special presentation, and I love Esquire.
Esquire is back with us. This is one more presentation on behalf of the chili cook-off yesterday. Second place winners were Ram Foods for showmanship. Ellie, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you, Vince.
Thank you for being here. Who's your friend?
Well, my friend is Essie Manchester. She has really been the hit of our whole situation. We heard about her and called her to see if she'd represent Ram Whole Hog Chili.
And she was there,
and she was there.
The hit of the chili
and she was
cook-off.
the hit of the chili cook-off. She was a real sweetie.
John, this is what, a pot-belly pig? Is that what they're called?
Vietnamese potbelly, yes.
Great face. She just got kissed by somebody from Votech a little while ago.
Right.
She's going to talk to you now.
She's going to tell you all about herself.
Basically, that means 460-4017. Thank you for licking the mic. What else do you have for us?
Well, what else we had was Harley Davidson World was very helpful to us. And they told me about a fellow who owned a Harley, and he brought it out, and that got a lot of attention, too. He represents the Bricktown Harleys. His name is Brian McCaffrey, and so we appreciate his help, too.
Well, thank you very much. Thanks to all of you. We appreciate it, and we'll look forward to having you on our chili cook-off again next year.
Thank you.
Here's
We
your
look
trophy.
forward to it.
Congratulations.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Got to spin right around over here and get a big check from our big friends at Circle K. Tina Bethel from National Corporate Sponsor from Circle K. What do you got for us?
Well, Vince, today we get to see the efforts of a year long from three groups of very special people total today. First, I'd like to thank, though, our customers. We put our canisters out every day in our stores, and their dimes, their nickels, their dollars add up. Thank you, customers. Continue to put that change in our canisters. Our vendors, our golf tournaments every year get bigger and better and more successful. Thanks, vendors. And last but not least, but our employees. And they give 120% to UCP. And today they need to be very proud because we're going to give you a check for $56,442. Yes.
This is fabulous.
We're very excited about it, and we're very proud. Both Oklahoma City and Tulsa, these efforts, $56,442.
On behalf of all of us at United Cerebral Palsy and all of the people from Miller Brewing and Cellular One, it's the corporate sponsors and the people like you that make so much of this possible. Thank you, Tina.
Thank you.
Back over to Jerry and to Cherokee.
Boy, that just gives you goosebumps.
Thanks to Tina and all the wonderful people at Circle K and all their customers. Golly,
Boy, that
isn't that
is
great?
terrific. Every time you stop in there and get a big gulp or a glass of water, orange juice, whatever, those dimes and nickels certainly added up. And I think it's time
To add up the dimes and
Yeah.
nickels. Okay,
Let's
we'll
look.
step out of the way and hit a drum roll. We'll change the total, and it is now, look at this one, ladies and gentlemen,
Wow.
$145,910.
Thank you,
Oh,
Oklahoma. We couldn't do it without you.
Is that some
is
kind
terrific.
of neat? Hey,
Sure is.
speaking of neat, Bill Mitchell gets, we have a lot of fun here, but Bill Mitchell's having a lot of fun. Bill, are you out there at
sure
Quail
is.
Springs having fun?
We sure are having fun. I'm joined by a member of the UCP staff, Colleen Raymond. Colleen, we're looking at all the things that the money buys. Explain this. We were talking about this.
This is a service that United Cerebral Palsy provides. We are the only ones in the state that do provide this service. This is called a touch talker. With a touch talker, a person can tell you what their needs are or what they want by touching a different icon or direct select.
Telling mommy on you.
Yeah, the device will talk for them, let you know if they're
That really makes me mad.
if they're upset, if the person is
I'm hungry.
and we are the only ones who provide this service. This piece of equipment costs $4,000 to have. We loan out this piece of equipment to individuals in the state of Oklahoma. We also have a simpler device called a Wolf, which also is a little bit lower but does the same thing.
Now, I noticed some of these toys along this table here as we pan down a little bit. These look like toys, but they're not.
No, actually, they're a language of toys. From here, you go into teaching a child cause and effect and understanding of what the toy can do for them by hitting a switch. Some of the switches are very special switches that we have. A grip switch can operate by a child just squeezing with air.
So anything the child is able to do or the person is able to do, you guys can find a switch for it.
That's right, we can find the switch. And switches they're very expensive to have something like this. This can be hooked up to a child's head or their knee or their arm, wherever they can hit it. And from here, hopefully you go on to, after a child learns cause and effect, they can go on to a communication device or go into a computer.
Okay, now I want you to help Richard here, and you two demonstrate what we're going to show you, everybody.
Well, Richard has a pillow switch, and just by him hitting it with his hand and holding on, it operates the toy. Another thing that's real good is, get that one, Ricky. Do that one. By him placing the puzzle back together, after the child accomplishes it, it gives him a reward. When he takes it off, the reward is over. So it's really a two-in-one thing, and a child can learn that they are accomplishing something, and hopefully from there going into an environmental control situation.
And these are expensive toys to learn how to communicate, aren't they?
Yes, they're very expensive toys. A toy just like this or Kermit is going to run $25 to $40 for parents to have in their home. A switch can go anywhere from $30 to $399, depending on what it's going to provide for the parent or for the child.
Exactly. So you can see how it's very important and very urgent that you get down here, you give money to our good friends, Junior Hospitality. They're going around with the pans, and so we appreciate everything that you folks out here at Quail Springs have been doing, because they've been coming out in droves. It's a great Sunday afternoon to get out, take a drive, come visit us, and leave some money. We've had a bunch of great groups help us, all the square dancers, all the fine entertainers. We appreciate each and every one of them. But everybody's here working, so you'll do one thing. You'll pick up the phone right now, you'll make a call, or you come see us. We'll take your money. We're real nice about that. Now back to the studio.
Thank you very much, Bill, and a familiar face here. I've done that all day. Faye Webb, you've got quite a few pledges you'd like to start reading to us.
Okay, Cherokee, I have the American National Bank, $50. These are all from Woodward.
Right.
United Supermarket, $50. Shamrock Food, Stop number 4 in Woodward, 25. Stetcher's Mortuary, 25. Corky's Get and Go, 25. Mr. and Mrs. R.E. Uthier, 20. Cherry Blossom Florist, 20. Good Samaritan Funeral Home, 20. Jiffy Cleaners, 20. W.E. Noble from Moreland gave 20. Acred Florist, 15. Clark Electric, 15. Family Discount Drug, 15. Northup Jeweler, 15. Harold Lowry, 15. June Griffith, the tag agent, 15. East Side Package Store, 10. Jacqueline Jewelry, 10. Barnett Office Supply, 10. Terry's Campers, 10. Swab Tax Service, 10. Palomino Automotive Repair, 10. Carl's Barbershop, 10. Dress and TV and Electronics, 10. John Bruce Electric, 5. And then I have one from Carol Taylor and a friend Frank, $2.
Super. Thank you so much, Faye, and tell everybody that you still want them to call because you're sitting here.
You bet. Call me. I need calls.
That's right. We certainly do. 641-7035 if you want to talk to Faye. And Paula McKelvey has a bunch of things she needs to tell us about.
Yeah, I'd like to specifically thank Ron Savoy and Gail Benjamin out at Thrifty MediQuip in Dell City for a $300 pledge. Bill Shelton at Bowman Shelton Orthopedic Service for their $200 pledge. Kurt Peters, $50. Wayne and Nancy Chess, $25. Kathy Sherman, $25. And Irene McGuire, $10.
Super. And tell everybody why you want them to call you.
Bye-bye. Because this organization can use your pledges to help children and adults across the state with improving the quality of their life, making things more accessible for them.
All right, thank you so much, Paula. And you know, certainly you are on the board of United Cerebral Palsy. We thank you for your efforts today, and we'll get back to you with some more pledges. And we think we need to go to Vince. Maybe not. Are we going? There we go. Sorry about that, Vince.
All right, Cherokee, thank you very much. I am back here again with some people who have been very helpful to us. I want you to meet some of the folks from Health South Rehabilitation Hospital. Hi, who are
Hi,
you?
hello. I'm Donna Valeni.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you. Lori Drake.
Nice to have you here. Let me jump over here. Debbie?
Debbie Ragsdale.
And?
Hank Ross.
And why are you guys here today? They are, by the way, corporate sponsors of our telethon, but they're here locally to give us a check.
That's right. In 1991, we set a goal to raise $100,000, Vince. So we set that same goal for 1992. We didn't meet the $100,000 as a corporation. We gave $200,000 to UCP
Not a bad
this
day,
year.
not a bad day at all. Thank you very much.
What we had today is we just worked the phones for about an hour, raised another $300. For Health South Oklahoma City, we had a presentation for about $5,000.
Thank you very much.
UCP.
$5,000 from
All right.
Health South Oklahoma City. All right. We appreciate your help very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
And let me take it and throw it back over to Cherokee, who's got some people on the phones again.
You are right, Vince. Thank you very much. Whitey Sneed, I got it right this time. Are you proud of me?
Yes,
All right.
thank you very much.
You're welcome. Let's go ahead and hear what you've got.
Well, before I get into the ones that I have, I've been asked to do this by Mr. Lindley, the man that preceded me in this chair. This is from his son and daughter-in-law, $10 from Jason and Michelle in honor of their daughter, Claire.
Okay.
So I wanted to get that in there.
Well, I'm glad you did. Okay, now what have you got for us? I think that's your phone ringing. Let's see if we can... Pat will pick it up. There we go. Go ahead.
This is from some of our labor organizations and individuals. I want everyone to know that we'd like for you to call in. These are some we brought with us.
Okay.
So be sure and call because the need is great. If you could just see what's being done for these people with this problem that they have, you would be anxious to give. So do call me. All of my friends call. Okay. Or even just see my number and call.
641-7036.
All right.
Go ahead.
From the Oklahoma Central Labor Council, AFL-CIO, $50. From Marvin Mason, the president of that organization, $25. And Barbara Royce, our activity director, $25. From the American Federation of State, County, Municipal Employees, $25. From Bill and Myrna Berman with that organization, $25. Also Harold Martin, $5. Frank Burns with the Bakers Local 173, $20. Charlene Chappelle, president of 6016 of the Communication Workers of America, her organization pledges $50. The IBEW, the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, 1141. Bill Motley, business manager, $100. IBEW, or International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, 2021. Jim Walls, president, $100. Lee Graham, American Federation of Teachers, $20. The National Association of Letter Carriers, number 458, Don Landis, president, $50. The International Union of Operating Engineers, David Ferris, the business rep, $100. The Oklahoma State AFL-CIO, Ross Williams, president, $100. The Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Local Union number 344, Steve Skinner, business manager, $100. Professional Firefighters, Chalk Norton, president, $100. Sheet Metal Workers Local Union 124, Gary Nelson, president, $100. The Sheet Metal Workers Local Union 124 Retiree Club, $50. Harry and Rosemary Kelch, $10. My wife and Francis and me, $50. Jack and Dorothy Winry, $25. Perry and Teresa Sneed, $25. The United Food and Commercial Workers, John Stone, president, that is local number 76. They donated $100.
Oh my goodness, that is terrific. Whitey, we can't thank you enough.
Let me just say this.
Okay.
The local unions did not intend to give for the members. They're just showing you that they are supporting the cause and would ask each of our union members to call me or anyone else up here and do the same.
Okay.
Thank you.
Great idea. Thank you, Whitey. And Pat, you've got some other pledges you'd like to read?
First of all, as chairman of the Oklahoma Planning Council, Dr. Robert Woolsey and Joanne Woolsey have pledged $25. Judge and William Henderson and his wife Winnie pledged $100 again this year, as they did last year. Judge Henderson is, of course, in the Oklahoma County Court system. The Oklahoma Medical Association, $100, and our good friend Claudia Camus helped us arrange that. Mike and Trish Klingman and their new son David pledged $50. Mike is the commissioner, of course, of the State Insurance Fund. Jill Thacker, $25 with DHS Office of General Counsel. Bill Bullard, with the firm of Williams, Forshee, Steiner, and Bullard, has pledged $25. And my husband and I would like to pledge in the name of our son, David, who's a cadet at the United States Coast Guard Academy, $100, and to challenge all other parents out there that have children attending either the Air Force, West Point, or the Naval Academy to do the same.
And that was Jerry Park, his son, obviously.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Pat. Appreciate that. All right, and her number 641-7045. Control yourself, Jerry. Gwen, how are you doing? You've got some pledges you'd like to tell us about.
Sure, I'd like to. Galen and Phyllis Walls from Norman pledged $25. Galen's the president of the Norman Sooner Rotary Club. And Eric Turner called in. He's an 8-year-old student from Banner Elementary and in El Reno, and he's challenging all the students at his school to match his pledge of $2.
Isn't that sweet?
We'd like to hear from those kids.
Yes, that is so nice.
And Dennis Cotter of Cotter Management in Oklahoma City pledged $50, and we sure appreciate them calling in.
Certainly, and give everybody your number so they can call you and visit with you.
Okay. I'd like to hear from those teachers down in Norman. My number is 641-7961. Give me a call.
7916.
Oh, excuse me.
There we go.
7916.
There you go. Okay. Vince is over there with a beautiful, beautiful young lady.
Thank you, Cherokee. I am back here with Brenna and Mom Dana and Jason. By the way, one of your buddies that you play baseball with called in, Mike Kelly. You remember a kid named Mike Kelly? Made a pledge and wanted to make sure that everybody else plays baseball makes a pledge also. So how about your buddy Mike? Tell him thanks very much.
Thank you.
There you go. And, you know, this is the neat part about it. What do you do when you got a beautiful 6-year-old girl with the neatest blue eyes I've ever seen, and she has to be fashionable? She's got to have nice clothes. So, Mom, what do we do?
Well, we were donated these clothes by J.C. Penney, and this outfit she has on today and a couple of others that we wore yesterday, and we just wanted to say thank you to them.
J.C. Penney always making you look spectacular.
That's right.
But then, you know, it's not like you just have to have clothes. You have to be fashionably dressed, and if you're going to have a cane, I think it ought to look kind of like these, pink and green. How do you like these beautiful canes?
Great.
Let me show everybody how they work. These are, by the way, contributed from Thrifty Medical right here in Oklahoma City, Ron Savoy, and these are something that are really being worked on right now. How do you make life just that much more fun for somebody who's going to have to use a cane or a wheelchair or something else? And as you can see, Brenna can get around. She doesn't have a disease, she has a disability, and if we can give her the right tools, she can live a normal life like everybody else, and that's the whole purpose of United Cerebral Palsy. This is why we want you to call. It's 460-4017, 1-800-759-4142. Brenna, what do you think? Does this make life just a lot more fun for you?
Yeah.
Pink and green. I have two girls that would take anything pink and green, and I think you look pretty spectacular in pink and green. I think it's nice that we match this to this. Do you have a green one of these to go with this one? We'll have to work on that.
Work on it.
Well, I think you do pretty well with your canes, and we really appreciate you showing everybody off. What do you think? Want to tell them to keep calling?
Yeah.
Tell them what to do. Say, give us a call.
Give us a call.
There you go. Back over to Jerry Park.
Thank you very much, and our panel of very interested persons. And I will apologize. I think I was kind of quiet in here, and Pat Dodd was talking about those people from the military academies. And, of course, those of you who have watched my telecast over the years know that I have a son at the United States Naval Academy. And when she said Navy, it's just automatic. I just had to jump up in the air and around. Okay, now let's visit here with, first of all, Paul Goddard. Do you have some new pledges?
Yes, Jerry, I had a Phil Hartoon from Tecumseh, Oklahoma, pledge $100. And I still need more people to call and pledge to this very worthy cause.
Great, and you've been riding hard, Tim.
I've got a pledge for $10 from H.D. Kramer of Oklahoma City, and I have a pledge for $25 from Nancy Altman of Oklahoma City, and my number is 641-6514. Please call me.
Thank you very much, Tim. Now to the McCrackens here, and you've got a group of people. You just read half of them earlier. Go ahead, Lauren.
Pam Holzclaw, $25. She is the Executive Secretary of the South Chamber. Louis Sellier, $25. Mike Pegg, $25. Helen Balke, $10. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Lawrence. And to Marion.
Yes, our granddaughter just called in, and that's Michelle Mueller. She wants to pledge $10, so the McCrackens are going to pledge $25 in honor of the rest of the grandchildren. We have one here, good pledge from Ray Branson, the president of the Southwest Medical Center, $250, and they've been very regular with us for several years. Ben Rhodes for $15. Mr. K.E. Smith with Stella Land Company for $100. Mr. Scott Smith with Vondel Smith and Sons Mortuary pledged $100, and they've been regulars with us for several years.
They certainly have.
Mr. Al Snipes, and he's a great worker, General Insurance Agency, he pledged another $100 again this year. We have Penny Tullis, and she's with us college out south. She and her husband pledged $25. And Mr. Robert E. Walker, $25. He's out on North Shortell, and we appreciate all of these pledges from these friends.
We certainly do. Did you get them all in now?
I believe I did.
I'll tell you what, y'all have worked hard, and we appreciate it.
We enjoy working for this cause, too, so another year, we'll do it again.
Great. We'll look forward to having you back one more year. Let's check in with Ed McConnell.
Yes, Jerry, I've got Gene Ward up at Edmond with Gene Ward's House of Vacuums pledging $10. I've got Ansel and Beatrice Moore out at Clinton pledging $15, and I've got Bean Vending Company pledging $250.
Great. Our thanks to all of them, and our thanks to you. Now let's check in with Quail Springs and Bill Mitchell, who's standing by having more fun than anybody. Bill?
You bet I am, and I'm glad to see all my good friends from South Oklahoma City calling and doing such a great job, like they always do. Women, this group back here is wonderful.
They are Arch Revealing the Sun. They do tremendous missionary work with ballet, and that's what we're doing now, and I hope you get a shot of it because it's gorgeous. This particular dance right here I have seen before, and it tells the most amazing story about peer pressure and acceptance and how to become accepted. And it's a wonderful, wonderful dance.
Well, we sure accept all those wonderful people that have helped us out, and they're going to continue to help us out all afternoon.
They sure are. I want to say a special hello to Erica Mejia, who's a junior at McGinnis High School. She wanted to be here to sing. She came down with strep throat. But coming up after Arts is back to our buddies from Maria's buddies, the Oklahoma Traditional Country Dance Association and the Scottish Club of Central Oklahoma. And then Stage Struck has some incredible singers they're going to be bringing out. We'll be here till 6. And we want you to come out, enjoy the entertainment, but also make a pledge or put $1 in our fish bowl.
Our friends from Junior Hospitality are over there handling those things, and the Square Dance Club earlier, Jim Woolsey, their caller, everybody who has just been super helpful.
Sure, and the whole clowns that are here, and we'll try to get them on next time. They're wonderful.
And the gunfighters. I thought I was going to be arrested. I can't say enough nice things about all the wonderful people that are helping us out here, but they're all doing it for a reason. So you'll either come out and give us some money or pick up the phone right now and pledge. It's very important we get this done. It's urgent we get it done today. You saw how much things cost. Too much money. And the only way we're going to do it is if we all do it together. Now back to you.
I mentioned to you a little while ago about the folks out in Hinton. I was out there speaking at the Chamber of Commerce a while back, and I met a guy by the name of Sparky, Bill Sparks, who every year brings us a big check. This time he brought us another big check. How are you?
I'm fine.
What do you got for me?
I got $500 here from the big one from the area around Hinton.
This is from all of the people in and around Hinton, Oklahoma.
Yes, sir. It's a community drive.
Sparky,
Right.
Thank you very much. On behalf of all of us, we appreciate it. Look forward to seeing you again next year.
Thank you.
Thanks, Guy. Now, obviously, I got some guys here who have a whole new look in men's clothing. And this is the, let me make sure I get the name right, Scottish Club of Central Oklahoma. Let me introduce everybody here.
Cliff Brooks, Scott Rankin.
Look, any more Scottish. Look at this.
Gerald Murray.
I'm Ted Campbell.
Stuart Jocelyn.
Okay, who's the spokesman, and tell us about the Scottish Club.
I'm president of the Scottish Club of Central Oklahoma, and we have some folks from our club going to be participating for the Cerebral Palsy Telethon out at Quail Springs from 4 to 4:30 with Scottish dancing.
All right, so if you want to see these guys do a couple of Scottish jigs for you, are there Scottish jigs or just Irish jigs?
Mostly Scottish country dancing.
Okay, Scottish country dancing. They're going to be at Quail Springs Mall this afternoon. By the way, yes, there is a basketball game in it. We're going to have it right here. You don't have to change the channel. We're going to be here right after the basketball game. And in between, run out to Quail Springs Mall and watch these guys dance. Back to Jerry and Cherokee. Thank you, fellas.
All right, Vince.
Hey, before we get into the thing that Vince is going to have to respond to, I have to tell you, and I have kind of held it off until exactly the right moment. I think this is the right moment. Every year, we have a gentleman by the name of Harry Tewell, and Harry Tewell always comes in. He's from Healton. And Harry, I know you're watching because you always watch the telethon and you always come in, and every year you make it a point to come by the television station and visit with us and bring us a donation. And it is the money. Harry is one of our very special friends with CP, but he takes a part of his allowance every week and sets it faithfully aside so that he can be a part of our telethon.
And he can help other people.
This year he's not going to be able to come in from Healton, but Harry, I know you're watching and I know you're listening, and we want to thank you. Harry Tewell with a $555
Gotta give him a
donation.
round of
Harry,
applause.
thank you very much. We certainly appreciate it. We love you, and we hope that you'll be in with us come next year. Now then, what's going on with Vince?
We have a gentleman up here. We have a gentleman up here that wants to. My mic's still not working. That wants to. Go ahead.
You got it.
Okay. That wants to give Vince a challenge.
Yeah, I have a very interesting pledge here from Mr. Lloyd Needham of Oklahoma City. And Mr. Needham said that he will pledge $100 if Vince will match it.
Let's not start this as a trend, because this is one of my kids that'll never get to college. But okay, I'll accept that. $100 on behalf of my girls. That'll be very easy. Thank you.
Right.
We'll take it.
Thank you, Lloyd, for doing that.
Lloyd Needham is a friend of mine who's been somebody who's offered to help me a couple times in my life, and I'll be more than happy to match that. And I'll do it on behalf of, this is Alex, and Landy, her older sister, is sitting over there, and she's kind of shy.
Come on,
But
Landy,
these are
come
my
on.
girls, and
Yes.
need a
Come
reason
on
to
over
call
here,
you.
Landy.
We don't need to be shy over here.
Come
Come
on.
over here, sis.
And who's that out between the cameras there?
That's
taking
the
pictures?
lovely lady out there.
Hi, come on in here. Get over here next to Dad.
These guys go to school in Edmond, and how about if we tell all the kids in Edmond to call?
Call.
Pretty good. They never listen to me, so this is pretty good.
Yeah. What would you like to say to people out there to make them call?
I wish you were this quiet at home.
Well, there's
It's a good
also
time.
one other thing. I don't think that any girl, I made this comment a little bit earlier, that girls are always on the telephone. So maybe we can put them to work on the telephone.
There we go.
Yeah.
Call your friend.
Yeah.
Hey, let me give you a quick pledge also. Tammy Cobble, $25 pledge. She lives in Moore, Oklahoma. She wants to challenge all therapists in Oklahoma. So, Tammy, we got your pledge. Let's get them on the horn.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Certainly appreciate that.
Can you ask us for a drum roll? Just say, give us a drum roll, please.
Give us a drum roll, please.
All right.
Let's go to the total board, and we'll step out of the way. And the new total,
Wow.
$154,000.
Thank you.
Boy,
that is
it
terrific.
is so
That is terrific.
good.
But we couldn't have done it without all the people that are sitting at home.
That's right.
That have gone out, all the volunteers, the VIPs. We couldn't have done all of that without you.
We really appreciate everybody's help. And Brenna's sitting over there, and her mom and her brother, and
where's Pig?
The pig. I think the pig went back to the mall. We're getting ready. Again, everybody's calling saying, "What about the basketball game?" You're not going to miss the basketball game. Channel 5 will carry it. It's too important not to carry. But cerebral palsy is too important not to get involved with. So give us a call. When the game starts, we're still going to be here, and when the game ends, we're going to be here again taking your calls at 460-4017 or 1-800-759-4142.
And we're going to take those calls all during a basketball game also.
That's right. These
So,
people aren't going to leave.
Everybody's going to be here.
So we'll be taking those phone calls, and hopefully you'll still be calling because it is such an important effort.
Okay, Vince, come in here. You know this, and Cherokee, you know this, and I know this, but let me kind of explain what is happening here. We're kind of at a standstill in this situation because the first basketball game that we did not carry because of our telethon has just ended a few minutes ago. They're in what is called a post game. They're talking about the last basketball game. Then they're going to start talking about the next basketball game, which is OSU in Missouri, and we will join them at that point. Now then.
This is called ad-libbing.
That's right. We're not real sure exactly when that is going to happen, so we have to stay here until it does and talk. Now then, one of the cues that we get a lot of sometimes in television is this. You know what that means?
Stretch.
That means stretch. For those of you at home, this means stretch. And we got two people out there who are giving us a bunch of these, so we are going to stretch. The telephones, anybody got any new pledges over here? Hey,
oh, yes, let's go over to Pat real quick.
Pat, you just became...
There you go. You're helping us stretch, and I meant to come back over here.
Very good. I have a pledge from Valerie Williams that heads up the University of Oklahoma affiliated program for disabilities for $25, and her secretary just called in, Sunny Lehman, that pledged $20 and challenges all secretaries to do the same. Have from the Commissioner of Human Services, Wayne Chandler, has pledged $15. Larry and Shirley Castle. Larry's the president of the Downtown Lions Club. They do a lot of good work. They pledged $25. Mr. Chris Delaporte of the Department of Health and Health Planning. Chris has pledged $25. Glenda Duke, owner of the Northside Tag Agency, pledged $25 and challenges all tag agencies to do the same. Kay McSpadden of the staff of the Medical Services Division of the Department of Human Services is pledging $25 and asks all of her cohorts over there to do the same. And Bob and Norma Funston with the Nye Institute, Bob is with the Nye Institute, has pledged $25 to this needy cause.
Boy, it is wonderful, Pat. And what can you tell people to make them call you even while this basketball game is on?
Well, I think there's many of us in the area that we earn our living by providing services to people with disabilities. And I think this provides a time for us to give back. It's public agencies as well as private agencies. So I ask those people to cooperate and participate.
Good idea. Thank you, Pat. Give her a call, 641-7045. And Jerry.
I'll tell you what, let's see if Bill Mitchell knows at the mall what this means. Do you have any idea what that means,
Yeah,
Bill?
we know what that means, and we can handle it. Don't you worry about it. Tell Cherokee to leave her mic on. We'll be back to her in just a little while. I can't say enough nice things. We've seen a lot of friends that we know come out here and help, and we really appreciate that.
I just want to say hello to Cherry Atterbury, who just walked by. He's in charge of the entire music department at Edmond High School. But, I want to go back a little bit, back to the 60s, when this was a 20-hour live local telethon at the Civic Center with Johnny Tillotson and all the stars. I remember one guy that was always there, and Jerry talks about him a lot, and that's Ho-Ho the Clown.
Yeah.
And we have all these wonderful Just Say Ho clowns that are here, and they're selling Ho's picture and taking donations, and they're doing a wonderful job, and you just can't help but believe that Ho-Ho's not watching over us right now, smiling big, because he always loved this telethon. He was a big part of it.
And there are a lot of other people today that have been a big part of it. Some new to the telethon, some have been around year after year after year. They've been more than willing to take time out of their Sunday to help us, or Saturday.
Absolutely, Ryan, and I want to thank you for letting us be a part of it. The talent here on this stage has been incredible today, and I hope you get a chance to come out and see some of it. Right now, what's going on is Arts Revealing the Sun. They do incredible missionary work through ballet, and they're doing it now. And we want you to come out. We want you to give us some money. That's what we're here. We want you to come out and enjoy the entertainment, but fill up the pledge bowl and help us raise money for kids with UCP.
Talking about the fishbowl, I got to thank the wonderful, wonderful ladies from Junior Hospitality. They go out of their way. They've been just about stopping people and saying, hey, don't miss the fishbowl.
They're great beggars. One of them said, I'm married, I've had to learn how to beg, and I thought that was very appropriate.
And of course, all the other groups and people that came out to help.
You bet. Karen's kids and all of her wonderful dancers. Voices Plus, who have incredible talent. But what's coming up after Arts again, as our traditional country dance group. They'll be back.
Those people two-step better than anybody I know. A two-step above the rest, as Incoos likes to say.
And I understand that you do that, so maybe we can see you get it there, and maybe for $1 or $2.
I don't do it very well. That's why I take lessons, folks. But they are wonderful people and very fun to be around and gracious people. And like I said, more than willing to help us out.
And after them will be Stage Truck, who that particular arts studio is run by Christy Carson and Heather Cormack. They'll be here, and they will blow you away. They are incredible, too. I must love that word incredible, because that's what it's been all afternoon.
Well, we've had a lot of fun out here. A lot of people came out to shop, and all of a sudden they found they could have a great time, too. Not that they weren't having a great time when they were shopping out here and all the wonderful stalls at Quail Springs Mall. But they'd seen some incredible talent today. We've seen families stop and talk to the Just Say Ho clowns, and we just had a great time.
I want to thank Richard Anderson for his wonderful words. You know, sometimes when you see somebody who's has CP, you wonder if what's on the inside. Well, we know what's on the inside now. They can think, they can feel, and they can feel tremendously, and they can put it down on paper if they have the equipment to do it. And that's why the money's so important.
And of course, we saw that equipment costs a whole heck of a lot of money, folks. So, you know, your $5, your $10, your $20, whatever you donate, we put it to work. I mean, there's no two ways about it. We buy that much needed equipment. You notice we take the equipment and go from person to person to person because we need to stretch that equipment out.
Right, and the more equipment we've got, the more that it can be stretched and used by families all over Oklahoma. There's over 700,000 families that suffer from this particular problem, and they need all the help they can get. And we have hundreds and thousands of them right here in Oklahoma, and we need all the help we can get. So please, just give something. Just pick up the phone or come out here and see us. And if you're already here and you're listening to our voice, standing around watching all this great talent, play like you had to buy a ticket and make a donation to the Fishbowl.
You know, talking about UCP, I can't tell you the number of families I've talked to in the organization after they find out about UCP and they have a child like that. All of a sudden, it's like a great burden lifted off their shoulders. There is some place they can go for help. There is somebody willing to help. There is somebody willing to take the time and the expertise to show them what can be done.
And in Richard's case, that board you saw on the front of his wheelchair allows him to communicate. And I was told that maybe he was looking for a job, somebody to give him a job. And he says, no, wait a minute. And he pointed to the board, and he said, I don't want a job. I'm going back to school. And that's what that board means to him.
That's great. We appreciate you all very much. And I'm back to the studio. See you out here later this afternoon.
Well, we'll sure look forward to that, Bill, and Wayman Slayton, and our thanks to you. They had a big deal out there. They had a big deal out at the Quail Springs yesterday. Lots of chili. Weren't you out there? The chili cook-off yesterday, Cherokee?
Actually, I wasn't out there, but I put the story together, and what a fun task that was.
Well, let's take a look at the story that Cherokee did. It was a chili cook-off. Brought us a lot of money.
And that's what a lot of folks were doing at the second annual United Cerebral Palsy Chili Classic.
For a good cause, and it's an honor for us to be here for the kids today.
And here's the very reason why this means so much. Brenna Lewis, this year's Cerebral Palsy poster child.
They need to have someone to bring up what they have that's wrong with them. And I think that's really special.
Brenna is special, along with so many others who cope with cerebral palsy every day. But events like this make it a little easier and make this day fun.
Yeah, oh, you're under arrest. Under arrest. What's the charge? Eating the enemy's chili. Eating the enemy's chili.
A small fee and some time in jail, all to benefit UCP of Oklahoma. And no one here is exempt.
This Mr. Vince Orson, what do you have here, Marshal? Is this, what's the charge? Well, I can give you one charge. He run for governor, but I don't think he made it.
I've already paid the penalty there.
But despite the arrests made, it seemed everyone here, including this fella, had a good time. I have to correct that. That's not a fella. That's a female pig. Anyway, Faye, you've got some more pledges you need to read.
I sure do. I have a pledge from Marvin at Starvin' Marvin's in Woodward, Oklahoma, and Weatherford of $20, and Philip Geddes of Woodward, $20, and from our cousin Byron Brackage for $20. That's here in Oklahoma City, and also from Adele Richardson and her husband, $25, and she is a cousin of ours too, and she lives here in Oklahoma City, and that's all I have right now.
Well, that's a great job, Faye. Do you have some more, Paula, you want to read?
I do, but they're on the bottom of this pile.
Okay.
The people that I work with in my department, I have Barbara Grimpy, $10, Maria Greenfield for $15, Sally Betts for $40, and I'd like to say hi to Sally, who's in OMH today, and Joan Needler for $25. I have Cindy Collins for $20, Lisa Mayotte for $25, Linda Lindsay for $20, Janine Lynn for $20, New Murray South for $20, and Linda Jones for $20.
All right. Well, that's some good pledges. I think that's her phone ringing. Or is that yours? I think that's yours, Whitey. Let's see. I believe it is. There you go.
It works. Again,
All right.
our thanks to Cellular One for,
Yes.
for providing all of these telephones, and they are great, and they've made our job so much easier
really
and saved us an awful lot of expense. We're a little less than 4 minutes away from the basketball game right now. Just a little less than 4 minutes. You will see from ABC the OSU Missouri basketball game in its entirety, Cherokee.
There you go.
And then we'll have our
5
local
Alive
news.
newscast, and then we'll
We'll
come
be right
back.
back about 5:30. So stay with us another 3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah.
You have 3 or 4 minutes to make the call for the basketball
That's right.
game.
And you can also call during the game, and we'll
that's true.
take your
And,
money.
Maybe somebody want to lay, make about a $100 bet on the game. Don't make the bet. Just call
I
us
don't know
and
about
pledge
that.
$100.
But we
right?
need to see who Vince is with back here. We've got some people on the back row we haven't even talked to.
You got the $100, we guarantee you're going to lose because we're getting the $100. I'm over here with the square dancers again. They have been raising some money. What do you got, Henry?
Oh, we've got a few pledges here. One from Steve and Ann Hamilton of Yukon. We certainly appreciate that. Chuck Penwright, also of Yukon. Jim and Trudy Dixon of Yukon. David Kirk of Oklahoma City. Larry Chandler of Oklahoma City. Guy Liebman of Bethany. And Dub and Barbara Burkhardt have called in and donated again. I think they've donated or pledged 2 or 3 times.
All right. We appreciate it very much. Our thanks again to all the people from the square dancing clubs. They've been very, very helpful to us. Jerry Park, what do you got down there?
I think we're going to Cherokee this time.
If we could, we've got one down here. Gwen Hare's got one. She just waved me down.
Yeah, sure. I'd like to thank Ricky Tillison for calling in. He's pledged $50 and told me he has a nephew with CP, so he's real interested in helping us out.
Those kind of people, it makes your heart feel good.
Yeah, sure
and
does.
thank you, Gwen, very much.
Did you tell everybody who Gwen is?
Well, I did, but you want to tell them again?
Well, Gwen Hare is Chuck Fairbanks' daughter.
That's right.
And kind of bring us up to date.
Well, I'll tell you, I just spoke with Mother and Dad. They're right now in the process of moving from the Palm Springs area to Scottsdale, Arizona, where Dad's involved in building a new golf course complex and homes, and he's in land development business and starting his own business.
That's great. He was not offered the job as head coach of the Patriots this time around, was he?
Well, as far as I know, I don't think Mother would let him take it if they offered. I think he's semi-retired and going into the golf course business.
Well,
he's not interested in coaching at all anymore.
You know, I asked him that very question, and I don't think anybody could coach for 30 years and not have a part of their heart that would love to come back and coach again. But then on the other hand, it's really it's a stressful life. It's a hard life in some ways, too. So I think he's enjoying what he's doing now and real happy with this golf course business and looking forward to doing that.
How tough was it growing up being the daughter of Chuck Fairbanks?
It is absolutely wonderful growing up being the daughter of Chuck Fairbanks. There was a lot of advantages. At times it was difficult because there's a lot of notoriety and it's hard to be anonymous sometimes, but we had so much fun, went to all those bowl games all over the country and got to meet a lot of nice people. And I went back after college, during college actually, and after and worked for the Patriots for a while, so got to understand and appreciate what it's like to be involved with a national football team, and I loved it. It was a lot of fun.
Well, we love you for being here, Gwen. Thank you so very much. And Gwen Hare. And if we can get a drum roll as we
quickly,
move over, because we're about ready to go to the basketball game now. Drum roll. 165.
Oh, my goodness. Terrific.
Now, reminder, we're going to be back here at about 5:30 tonight. 5:30, we'll be back. You will not miss a minute of the Oklahoma State Missouri basketball game. That's coming up in about 5 seconds here on 5 Alive.
But keep
Stay
those
with
phones
us.
ringing, folks. Thank
We'll see you about 5:30 now.
Good call.